Hi everyone, welcome to Honest of Tarot. So today we're going to be doing what does your person regret most? I'm going to do all 12 signs. I'm going to go down from Aries all the way down to Pisces. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for supporting me and my channel. I really do appreciate it. I'm also I think we'll see. I'm not going to say it now. I don't know if I want to do it. But I'm thinking of a surprise for you. Anyway, we'll see what I think of. Anyway, we're gonna start off with Aries now. So hello Aries. So Spirit, can you tell me what does Aries' person regret most? I want to know, what does Aries' person regret most? What does Aries' person regret most, please? We have the Galactic Mushroom, the Divine Matrix, a feast of plenty choices and their consequences, and then we have so I feel like this person was hitting some kind of peak when they met you. It's, I don't explain that. It's kind of like your life kind of sucks or something. And okay, I'm gonna give you what I'm seeing as an example. It is what it is. I feel like this would be a good way to describe it. But it's like this person didn't have much friends in high school or maybe even in college, and then all of a sudden they were getting swamped with all these offers. They may have just like been looking really good, or they're attracting a lot of people, a lot of attention. And it feels to me that this person got a little bit not gonna say overwhelmed, but it feels like they were really lapping up that attention that they were getting. And it's something that they always felt that they were lacking. That's that ego, of course. Of course they weren't lacking that. It's that ego of ours really does get us good. And that's all I gotta say about that. It really does. It makes us do a lot of stupid things. And it feels to me that this person, their biggest regret is letting that get to their head, and letting that fill them up. And I want to say this person may have been reckless and careless with you as well, and didn't really. What is the word? It's like they should have appreciated you, and they didn't, and they treated you like you were not worth much. And it's actually something that they have been treated like their whole life. At least it's how they thought they were being treated, right? Their whole life, like they were always overlooked. And it feels to me that this person overlooked you, and that is their biggest regret. With that feast and choices of their and their consequences, they weren't understanding choices and consequences, and the repercussions of certain choices that would lead to certain results, right? I do feel this person got overwhelmed. And there's also a feeling here. No, I don't actually feel like this person was too afraid to make a choice. They were too afraid to limit their choices, and that is the problem. That is where it's at. With that Guardian of Venus, this person, they weren't willing to cut out something or someone. So I feel like it's multiple people, multiple things, people, places, things from their life, that so that they could actually have you, right? And I also feel as well, this person, it's, I explain that it's like they're just getting a lot of attention or something. They're just getting a lot of what is that word? It's like this is attention, right? It's they were popular or something. It's just, I know it sounds strange, but it is what it is. That's what I'm getting. Anyways, let's put your thing over here. So Spirit, can you tell me what do I want to do? Let's get the galactic mushroom. The galactic mushroom. For what is Aries' person's biggest regret about Aries? The galactic mushroom. Let's see. We have the Four of Pentacles. Yeah. They weren't willing to let go and walk away from things that were not good. With that devil here, it feels like it's karma of some kind. There is a feeling here, a lot of disappointment in themselves as well, because whatever they had held on to proved to be not worth holding on to, but only experiencing that would you know, right? There's no such thing as the wrong path. Oh God, I keep forgetting to write that post. Okay, I'm gonna write it. I'm gonna do like 4 or 5 readings and then write that post. Anyway, I keep forgetting. Sorry, my dog's under the table, so if you see the table shake, it's him. He does that sometimes. Okay, but it's this is someone where there's such a thing as the wrong path, right? However, they learned something during this detour. Let's get some more. Let's see. We have the Five of Swords. Yeah. They know that they should have walked away from something, but they didn't want to. The Hierophant reverse and the Knight of Swords. There is a feeling here of indecision with this person as well. Like I feel like they weren't sure who was making them happy. I feel like they just didn't care as well. There was no reason to figure that out, right? There was no reason to to make a decision until I guess there was a reason, and then boom. It feels like this person got I feel like a lot of consequences hit this person at once, and I feel like part of it was you leaving their life. I do feel there is separation, or at least there was at one point between you and this person. There is or was separation, and that was one of the consequences. But it's also the fact that the other things that they were moving towards, or working on, or putting effort in, sucked. That's another one. It's a very nice one as well, because that teaches us. Right, we don't learn from success. We learn from failure. Right, we learn from like mistakes and stuff, and that's what's happened here. Galactic mushroom. Galactic mushroom. Let's see. What is Aries' person's biggest regret with that galactic mushroom? We have forest. They couldn't see the wood for the trees, that's for sure. Mother, yeah. They also didn't want to. With that shield energy here, this person, there's this feeling here of like, I don't, it's like they finally got what they had been wanting for a while. Right? They were getting what they thought they wanted. It's kind of like you working towards some kind of goal. And I feel like the goal actually has to do with like attention. I know it sounds crazy, but it is what it is. Whatever. Attention, a lot of people fawning over them. This could be a wound that stems back as far back as the mother, right? As well, right? They never got a lot of attention as a child. It's funny. I actually think that's true now. Now that I'm looking at all of this, it feels like that's true. All right, never mind. But yes, sure, why not? However, it's what they've always craved, this attention, and it's like they didn't want to limit that attention, right, for you. And that's their biggest regret, is that they didn't do it for you. They didn't make the decision for you. They didn't make the choice for you. And it's that feeling, where I feel like this person's always felt like they were on the receiving end of choices like that throughout their entire life. And then it switched because they became the person that perpetuated that cycle, or pushed that on someone else. And that's something that this person carries with them, like a really big guilt energy, right? I hope that makes sense. It's like they always felt like they were neglected, and it turns out with you, they neglected you. All right. Wow, this is an interesting little reading. Can I get that feast of plenty, choices, and their consequences? For Aries. Okay, no, yeah, they didn't manifest with you. They didn't, and they do regret that. Strength energy. Reverse, it's that one. The Three of Wands. Yeah, they wanted to hold on to what they were holding on to and not make any choices about moving forward and doing anything else. They were lapping up that attention. It's like they finally got their fulfillment. It's like something came in. I don't know what this is. I'm seeing all the yellow here, and that's not a coincidence. Yellow is linked to the ego. And that's what it feels like to me. Like something about this person's ego. And it really, they didn't manifest with you, sure, but it's more than that. Oops. It's more than that. They didn't. They kind of let themselves get caught up in like a smoke and mirror kind of thing, right? It's like fantasies, illusions. I want to give you like what I'm seeing. This may not have ever happened or anything like that, but I'm gonna give you like an example. It's kind of like you go into like a club and everyone's all dressed all nice. It's all dark. You can't really see things well, so it looks like it's all cool and all. You know what I mean? But it's not. You turn the lights on, it's like something else entirely. And I feel like this person wasn't willing to turn the lights on. They weren't willing to expose what they needed to expose, and that's something that they regret. We have body and soul. Ooh. And then we have great and fool. So they regret not following their inspiration towards you. They also regret not giving you that body and that soul and offering you that cup of love. It's interesting thing about this is that it's like what this person has realized through this experience is that they don't actually give a fuck about attention. They don't give a fuck about lapping it up. What this person cares about is love. And that's actually what they've wanted their whole life. But they were confusing the two, right? Which is part of it. The other part was not offering you that love when you had you in their life. And it does feel like at least there was at one point separation, if there isn't anymore. Overflow, overwhelm, and plenty. What does this mean, please? For Aries, this person's regrets. We have the High Priestess, Ace of Pentacles, and they came out with the King of Swords. The World, in its reverse, I do feel they didn't want to end that cycle. It's like it's sort of like something that may have been over for a while, right? It's maybe they were getting attention. Oops. Oh, there's that 5 of Cups. Look at that. Oh yeah. Oh, but never mind that one. But it's like that feeling of it was that whatever cycle they were living up, whatever Peter Pan energy they were embodying, that was over with. Like it should have been over anyway, right? You know, it's like they should have been moving forward, but they didn't. It's like they try to have a last hurrah or something, and it feels like you paid the price from that. It's like I feel like you had it's like you faced the cost of that, and that's something that they are regretful of. So let's see. He's saying not that one. Let's get this other deck. Okay, can I get this deck now, Spirit? For Aries, overflow, overwhelm, and plenty. What does that mean? For the regret, we have chaos. Letting go, yeah. They regret not letting go, and it created a lot of chaos in your connection. They didn't have confidence in themselves, for one. Two, they didn't have confidence in their, I feel like, in their worth and their value, because that's, you're not getting all this attention, you're not addicted to people, places, things, because you know that you're a limitless being that can do whatever you want. No, of course not. You think that this is as good as you can get. And I feel like that's part of it. It's like this person didn't want the party to end. All right, that's what it. Yeah, right. Isn't that a good way to put it? Like, is it they didn't want the party to end? I do feel it caused chaos here, especially with that number 9 energy. They wanted to stay by themselves on some level, because what they were, what they were able to get, what they were able to access, what they were able to indulge was something that they can do without anyone else involved, right? Or without settling down, without committing, right? Living together, having a family and stuff. I do feel this person regrets not letting whatever they need to let go of in the past go, because it was over. They also regret letting you go at some point in the past as well. And that's something that weighs heavily on this person. So let's see. Let's get some channel messages and then wrap your reading up. So in this channel messages for Aries. What does this person regret most about Aries? What does this person regret most? This is my very own deck, everyone. If you are interested, it's in the description box. Let's see. We have they regret not cutting their losses with whatever they needed to let go of. And they know, like, nothing between you and this person could set in stone unless they started letting go of people, places, things that were holding this person back. But did they? Of course not. Right? And that's not the wrong path. There's no such thing as the wrong path. It's led them right to where they need to go, right? I don't want to lose what I have. Holy smoke. That's the 4 of Pentacles, your very first card. Sacral chakra. I do feel this person, it has to do with like passion and stuff. That's what it feels like to me. With the High Priestess energy here, what do you want? I do feel this person regrets not asking you what you wanted, and also they regret not giving you what you wanted. And that's something that weighs heavily on them, because it's like this could have been so beautiful, basically, right? It's sorry, it's funny. It could have been so beautiful, but this person was all about appearance and projections. That's all. I think appearance is the word. Appearance is what's standing out to me. Can I get that? Cut your losses for what is this person's biggest regret? What okay, we have the 10th house. It has to do. It could be career. But I feel like it's traditions, habits, belief systems. I am seeing a bad programming from the family, from the childhood experience as well, coming through. I don't want to lose what I have. Some of these, there could be another connection, like actual connection. They were too afraid to lose what was making them happy in the past to embrace the new happiness. Right? I don't explain that. It's like they wanted to have it. I feel like you were offering this person cream, like, I don't know, I guess cream is a good word, like cream off the top, right? And it's like they were kind of, not wanting to go towards that, because they were afraid that, well, what if, sorry, I was like, what are my cats doing? Oh, it's just, the cats are so crazy. It's like they were too afraid of letting whatever they needed to let go of, because what if that was making them happy instead? I feel like they were confused with that forest here. They couldn't see the wood for the trees, and at first it's like that's how our karmic cycles work, by the way. We cannot see the structure of a karmic cycle until a karmic cycle is complete. So I know looking at this and trying to blame them is pointless. You cannot see a karmic cycle for what a karmic cycle is until you complete your karmic cycle. And that's something that they didn't understand at the time, or they didn't get at the time. that you would have made them so much happier than what they were holding on to, because what they've held on to has led to a lot of disappointment. But in the moment, they couldn't see it, and they feel so dumb for not seeing it. But that's just how karmic cycles work. At all of our cycles, we cannot see the structure of a cycle until we're completed it. That's it's the only part of us that can see it is our higher self. Sacral chakra. You give me a heart on. Ooh, that's funny. And same to you, sword. So they are very clear, and they are afraid that this person's biggest regret is to not choose a different path. They kept going towards the same path, the same one over and over again. So that's all I got for you, Aries. I hope that was helpful. Thank you so much for tuning in, and don't forget to watch your moon and your Venus. And take care. Bye, Aries. Hi, Taurus, and welcome to Honest of Tarot. So today we're going to be doing what are your person's biggest regrets about you and the connection. So I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. So we're going to get 3 overall energy cards. So what are Taurus's person's biggest regrets about Taurus? Taurus, we have flirts. Is it safe for you to love? That's interesting. And we have stay optimistic about your love life. So it feels to me that this person's biggest regret is to flirt with you, try to open up that door with you when there's a past cycle that wasn't complete. I'm seeing I don't know if I want to say outright cheater, but I would not be surprised if this person's a cheater. Does that make sense? I do feel with that honeymoon energy here, they may have actually got caught up in that, right? You know, that euphoric beginning, they actually may like that as well. That euphoric beginning lasts about like a month, maybe 2, depends on how much dopamine you got in your brain. However, they may actually like that, and then they kind of run away. But I feel for most of you, this person had another connection that they hadn't wrapped up, and they were talking and indulging you and this connection, and they may not have been honest about that, especially with that 6 of Wands energy at play here. But I feel like they may have given you a more of an optimistic view about what was going on in that connection than what was the truth as well. It's like they kind of wanted to just forget, like, you know, when they were talking to you, indulging this connection, they were forgetting about all their problems that they're leaving behind with that honeymoon energy, that 6 of Swords energy, right? And that's a big regret. I feel like they used you as an escape from their horrible life and then lied to you about it as well. It's a combo, okay? It's a lot of stuff coming through. All right, let's see. Let's get some more. Can I get that flirt energy for Taurus's person's biggest regret? We have it. The Chariot and the Sun. You made this person feel good. It's important that you understand that. It's important that you get that. With that, a judgment here. Oops, I have way too many. Okay. With that flirt energy. Oops. I can't wait to like move and get a bigger table. Taurus, that's all I gotta say about that. This table sometimes gets real packed. Okay. That right there. We're good. I'm gonna get a bigger table when I move. All right. This person that you're dealing with here, they definitely. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real with you. They liked the energy that you were bringing and the feeling that you were making them feel. I do feel that 4 of Pentacles in its reverse. This person also liked the fact that they can open up with you a little bit more. It's partly because I feel like this person was lying about a lot of stuff. How do I phrase that? You know, it's kind of like when you know someone, you know, you can't really say, oh, I'm this or I'm that, or, you know, I like to do this. Or, you know what I mean? It's like this person was able to, I don't know what to say about that. Like, kind of paint a picture about their life, and it wasn't necessarily the truth. And that is typical. This is something everyone does because everyone's in some sorrow, and everyone needs to awaken and stuff. Yeah, this is true. That's absolute truth. However, this person, what they regret is the fact that they love doing that. And they did it very well. And it feels to me that I feel like you are very trusting as well, which is your own lesson to learn, right? You know, don't trust them, trust yourself. But you know, that's another lesson for yourself. But I feel like this person, they regret kind of painting too much of a picture. And I feel like they were using some of your energy as well. Let's get some cards here. What do you want? He's saying this deck. Okay. Can I get that flirt energy? What is this for energy for Taurus? This person's the biggest regret. We have equator. Yeah. To make equal and snow silence. Interesting. Bottom's going to be alchemy and magic. This is about balance. You brought a lot of balance into this person's life, and their biggest regret was using you for that. You made this person feel like $1,000,000, and they were willing to lie to keep that feeling going. Damn. They were willing to sugarcoat to keep that feeling going. Somebody, this person may have been telling you you're going to leave someone as well. You know, they just need more time. I know it sounds strange, but it's what I'm getting. Like something like that, where it's like, I feel like you know something about that past person or that past situation. It may not be like a romantic interest. It can be anything, right? But this person kept sugarcoating that they're going to solve that problem. But they actually had they couldn't. They had no intention on doing that. Is it safe for you to love? Yeah. A very strong karmic energy here. 7 of Swords here. I'm not surprised. We know that one. This person I feel hid a lot from you. Hid a lot. They kind of painted a picture to make you feel safe to love them, so that they can have even more access to your energy. It feels to me that work though. Remember, that is your lesson to learn. That's just life, by the way. Sometimes life's shitty. That's actually the case for a lot of life, right? It just is. Or we have to learn from that. We grow from that, and then that's that, right? You know, I know that we can get really hung up on that, and it's so easy. Trust me, I can do the same. Right? So many things in my life I can go back and fixate on. But when you just accept it, you heal from it, you release it. Oh, so much peace. Remember, healing is for you. Forgiveness is for you. It's not for anyone else. And that's something to look at. Because I feel like this straight up worked on you. And that was something that you need to reflect on. Say, this worked on me. I accept that I fell for this. And I want to heal that. That's actually that's actually how I did it for myself. Where I accepted things, right? Self-acceptance and acceptance of other people's actions and what's happened to me. And then you release that pain by healing it. Very easy peasy, lemon squeezy, right? But I'm feeling very strong energy of this person playing you. I think they played you good, and you can go ahead and blame this person, right? Sure, you got your reasons. We all see it, but is that blame game gonna do you any favors? No, it's not. It's not gonna do you any favors whatsoever. In fact, it's gonna hold you back. It's holding you prisoner. I can tell that. Fulfillment, and then we have fledgling. Interesting. I gotta be real. This person was looking to get what they can get from you. And they were willing to lie about it, like hardcore. Like I gotta be real. This person I feel like they got it too. I don't think that this person was unsuccessful. And it has nothing to do with actual lust, though that may have been on the table as well. It has to do with your energy. You do get that. And like if your physical body is like, I'm sorry, you have so many throughout. Like I spent 346 lifetimes as a human, right? And I have like hundreds more. Maybe even I don't know, maybe 800 more, I don't know, of lifetimes as other natures and other things. And I'm telling you right here, right now, your body, I know we all like to fixate on that, but in reality, what really matters is your energy. That's the creme de la creme, right? And it's understanding that this person got it. Yeah, and I feel like they got your energy good too, and it's like they lapped it up. And it's like this person with hungry hippo. Stay optimistic about your love life. Let's see. For this person's biggest regret, yeah. They didn't tell you a lot, and they also kept telling you that they were gonna manifest, maybe even take you and have a beautiful a future with you. But in reality, this person was stuck. Yeah, they were stuck. And they also they felt like a victim of their circumstance, and then now they've realized, and what their biggest regret is that they've made you a victim of their circumstance, and you paid the price. Remember, you had your spiritual lesson to learn there. And I know anyone can look at this and be like, you're not to blame. It's all them. But that's not going to do you any favors. You know what I mean? It's not. And you know that at your core, at your soul, you know. Blaming them is going to get you nowhere. It's going to keep you trapped in a cyclical cycle, actually. It's what it keeps you trapped in. When you accept, I've had to learn that. I accept that. I'm going to trust myself from now on. Bam! Right there, right then and there, you pull in that healing energy and you heal yourself. And then you can start having compassion, understanding, and forgiveness, and it's such a beautiful experience. However, what all of us understand. So yeah, I was thinking about that right before I started your reading. All of us understand that we have to go through painful experiences to grow. But when we're in the thick of it, we cannot get it. And it's a hilarious thing because we all know that we have to go through painful experiences. That's, it's like, if you think about it, right? A life that's too good has no growth in it. And we all know that. But when we start experiencing the bad, we cannot fathom the fact that we're growing from that. But we actually are, okay? You just are. Stay optimistic about your love life for this person's biggest regret. Farmer, yeah. Wizard, for sure. And then master. This sunken ship, yeah, I do feel this person understood that your ship was gonna sink, so they had nothing to lose, technically. So they didn't mind lying. They didn't mind, it's like they didn't mind harvesting you. I do feel this person harvested your energy, like straight up. Like it has nothing to do with your body, though your body may have been on the table too. Like what they took, and what they, yeah, I guess what they took, right? What they had, what they ate, right? But it's actually the energy. And this person, they ate well for a while, and it's like it feels like it worked, and that is the lesson that you have to learn, right? Why did it work? Why did this happen, right? And it's go ahead and blame them. It's not gonna do you any favors. Look at what I did that I could have did differently or better. And that's it. That's the process. One of the hardest things. This is the hard reading, by the way. But I feel like you're ready, right? Channel message from this person. We have the fifth house. You make me so happy. Yeah. We know that they didn't want to lose what they had. This person, I feel like they used you. Yeah. And the lesson here is to learn to trust yourself, because I don't think that you were listening to that voice. There's always one too. There's always one there. Whether you choose to ignore it's on you. Right? Gestation period. I do feel this person wasn't really good to settle down or have a commitment with you, as well. I just saw 1111 on the camera, right? Can I get that fifth house? Let's see. We have the root chakra. They pretend like it's not their fault, and that's what their biggest regret is. They pretended like it's not their fault, like they couldn't do anything, but in reality they could. I do feel this person, that fifth house is all about romance. You were an escape from this person's terrible life that they cultivated. You make me so happy. Your energy was amazing. I'm gonna be real about that, right? I mean, it's like that access they had to your energy that you allowed, right? Was superb. Like they feasted on that. I mean, I feel like this person gorged on it. I swear, it feels like that as well. With that third house here, this is the house, third house of Gemini. I do feel this person, they love your communication. You feel like a community to them, though. Like you feel like they belong with you. But everyone has an opinion. I feel like there was something else involved in this connection. It could be family. I don't want to lose what I have. Let's see. Let's get some more here. Ooh. Let's see. That's this one. We should slow down, yeah. So they always came up with excuses, and that's their biggest regret as well, right? It's like looking in a mirror, very triggering connection you have here, and create the life you want. Guess what? Lust came out again, and rewriting history. Their biggest regret is to lie to you about what was happening in their life. And they didn't think they had anything to lose, but now that time has passed, they now recognize what they lost out on, and how I guess how stupid they were, right, to do what they did. And I feel like this person just like utterly sabotaged your connection. And with that chaos comes infinite potential. By the way, it's very beautiful. I love that. I love seeing that. But of course, that chaos is horrible, right? It always is, like war, right? It's bad. It's not good stuff. But with that chaos comes infinite potential. It's how life is, right? It's the duality of life. And it's like this person, I feel like they rewrote the history and whatever they were going through, and it feels like they suckered you in. So that's all I got for you, Taurus. I hope that was helpful. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to watch your moon and your Venus, and take care. Bye, Taurus. Hi, Gemini. And today we're going to be doing what is your person's biggest regret about you and the connection. So I hope you're doing well. Please don't forget to watch your moon and your Venus. And a big thank you to supporting me and my channel. It really does help me out. Like, I know it seems like it's just like I mean, I don't know if it seems like a little bit to you, but it really does a lot for me. I'm not joking about that. Anyway, let's see. Gemini energy in the cards. What is Gemini's person's biggest regret? We have stranger curiosity. So they look for reasons not to want to pursue you. With that stranger curiosity. We have, straddling worlds, wandering between realms. So I have some news for you, Gemini. Some real good news for you. This person, it's kind of like that xenophobia is what I always see with stranger curiosity, right? A lot of us, that's something that we really should be searching for. I know, even I don't think I'm not guilty of this as well. Like, don't think I'm not. Like, I know I am. About being reticent about new people and new things and new experiences. But in reality, that's where most of our growth is. And it's very important that we are moving towards that. And we're experiencing new things. But I feel like this person's biggest regret is to kind of play off what they felt here. And there's also this feeling here of coming up with excuses why they couldn't pursue this. With that me talks here. Part of it was that they never healed from something, but I feel like this has to do with an excuse about whether or not they should or shouldn't pursue this. It's like they were scared to pursue it, by the way. They were scared to be with you, by the way. And that's something that they do regret. But what got this person or convinced this person, which is the logical, practical mind, which we should never follow, was the reason that they weren't ready because they didn't heal from something that needed to heal. They needed more time. They may have gotten out of a breakup or they were in a relationship at the time, whatever the case is. But it feels like this person used that excuse as a reason why they couldn't pursue you and this connection. And it's interesting thing about this is that they wanted to be more balanced, which is okay. There's nothing wrong with that. However, it's like it's something to do with their past, with that railing tree, that reconciliation. It's like they should have made peace with their past and they didn't. I don't know what this is, right? It's like it's interesting thing about this is that they wanted to move out of stagnation. They wanted to pursue this, but I feel like they were too scared to, and they came up with an excuse why. So let's get that stranger curiosity. Stranger curiosity for Gemini. What does Gemini's person regret most about Gemini? What does Gemini's person regret most with that stranger curiosity? We have the Three of Cups. Interesting. I do feel for some reason there was a third party of some kind. There it is. Okay. So we have the 10 of Cups in its reverse. I do feel this person has become very jaded throughout their life when it comes to relationships and what they offer and what they bring and kind of the things that it brings into their life, right? All of us can do this. This is a very easy peasy lemon squeezy thing to do. And that is to convince yourself all the reasons why you shouldn't do something, or convince yourself why you should do something. Like it's that logical, practical mind so easily influenced, so easily you can so easily change its mind, right? And this person looks at connections and thinks about all the stuff that they bring into their life that they don't want, rather than looking at what they could get. And it's like that, looking at the world as a cup half empty, or relationships or connections as a cup half empty instead of half full. And this is part of it. They have a lot of disillusionment. They didn't heal from something. They may have had a bad childhood experience as well, or it may have been another connection. They wanted this, right? But this person's very wounded warrior. They convinced themselves why they shouldn't pursue it. And that's why that mind is not good. I know that we all like to do that, rely on that. And I understand that to such a degree, right? Where we just because you've used that your whole life. But now you're being asked to use something else, to use the true you, your intuition, your compass, your inspiration, your knowing. You're being asked to use that now, and they didn't, and they really regret that. And it feels to me that it's this person. They really wish it's like they didn't want to let you in. The Seven of Wands energy. They didn't. They really didn't want to let you in. So let's get stranger curiosity, please, for what this person regrets most. They really convinced themselves why they shouldn't as well. I feel like they may have nitpicked you as well. We have Rock. Oh, that makes sense. We have Moon. We have a lot of fears here and broken. Yeah, I told you, dumpster. This person's biggest regret is to throw this connection away and act like it was the same as all the other ones that they've been through. Very jaded person you have here. And that's because of that mind. When you don't heal from stuff, you're going to become jaded. That's how it works, right? And this person box of rocks, honestly. I feel like that moon energy, they're very fearful, but they feel like it was out of reach, right? With that moon, it's like that man on the moon energy, right? You know, it's like you'll never meet them, kind of thing. It's like this person thought they'll never meet the someone that can really, give them that, have that fulfillment with each other, give that fulfillment, right? And have that true happiness of that love can offer. And it's, although love isn't happiness, but there is happiness and love, right? And this person with that moon energy just kind of gave up, right? And they've gotten their heart broken one too many times. One and too many times. So let's get that metox energy. What is that metox all about for Gemini's person's biggest regret? Metox. We have the they never detox from a cycle that ended, and it really did drain. Oh, I see. It's another connection. Whatever kind of connection this person was in or was in before they met you, they never healed from it. They never repaired themselves. And when we do that, guess what? We become jaded. That's just how it is. I do feel this person felt a magnetic pull to you, but they wanted to resist it with every fiber of their being because they hadn't healed from that experience. And it's something that really does weigh heavily on this person, right? So can I get that metox, please? That metox for Gemini. That metox for Gemini. Here it is. We have you deserve love. I'm sorry, it's funny. And then we have attraction. Very strong. This person's attraction to you was absurd. Very magnetically drawn to you. But with that you deserve love energy, they feel like they deserve love, and they feel like they didn't get what they wanted from all these connections that they've gone through, right? And I know that this is one of the harder constructs because we think that we should just we are deserving of finding that one like that, right? I think it's a very American thing, or Western country thing, where we think our life should be easy, but the rest of the world knows that this world's a hard place. But I feel like more Western countries have trouble with that one, especially with the movies that we watch, where it's always a happy ending. There's always that archetypal energy of a romance, right? That inspires someone to save the world, or you know what I mean, or to do all these impossible tasks. It's just it's just that archetypal trope or something. And I feel like this person, it's like their perceptions of love thought it would be easy. They would find it so easily, and they would have a lasting connection so easily, and that wasn't the case, and they became very jaded as a result of that. I do feel this person with that pay attention to red flags, their biggest regret is to like I said, you can convince yourself so easily of whether you should or shouldn't pursue someone, and you can literally nitpick and compartmentalize and use confirmation bias and become rigid one way or the other, why you should be pursuing someone, right? Or why you shouldn't be pursuing someone. And this person convinced themselves why they shouldn't be pursuing you. And there was, I don't even think that there was a lot of reasons why, but when you're only looking at the reasons that confirm your bias, you're going to only see the reasons that confirm your bias. And it's so important. That's actually how it works, though, for this world, because you tap into that frequency, right? I don't explain that. Someone actually brought a question to me. I did it for my pick a card. Did a live stream. It was actually last night. I did the live stream for them, and in that live stream, someone asked, "Why do I see Tom everywhere?" And I realized, I like, is that someone coming? I answered that question, but I realized after the fact that they were seeing the name Tom everywhere because they were tapping into the frequency of that name. So they saw it everywhere. It's like you trying to manifest a specific car. Everywhere you look, you're gonna see people driving that specific car. And it's like this. That's how it works because we tap into that frequency. And every time we look somewhere, because that's actually where we're looking, because that thing is that we're trying to get is there. That's why we are seeing it. And I feel like this person, that's how this matrix that we live in works. It's like you want to see something, you will see it. That's why the innermost knowing, the compass, is so important that we rely on. And this person was using anything but that. They were using that logical mind, and they really convinced themselves the other way, right? Not to pursue this Guardian of Venus rest and renewal. We have Three of Wands. Yeah, they should wait. That they weren't ready. I don't think that they were ready with this, but there's that logical energy that we picked up on. Interesting. This person wanted to focus more on what they needed to do, like purpose wise, as well. With that Two of Wands, they're very indecisive about this. Like this person felt something with you. It's like you brought some kind of childlike energy into them, right? You know, that feeling into them. However, they weren't ready to let go of all that pain as well. And it's something that they regret. With that three of wands energy here, this person was holding on to what they should have let go of and heal from, and they weren't. Can I get the Guardian of Venus, rest and renewal? Hope. Oh my god. Summon, yeah. And then we have confidence here. I do feel this person's biggest regret is to hope that you will be there when they felt they were ready, or when they felt confident enough to make a move towards you. I don't think that you stuck around, if I'm being honest. I don't think that you stood here. I don't know. I'm gonna show you what I'm seeing. But it's like, okay, I'm seeing someone standing with their arms wide open, and they're getting hit with like little asteroid pebbles. I know it sounds strange, but that's what I'm getting. But it's like, but they're getting damaged, right? And I feel like you stood there for a while, getting hit by stuff like that. And it became too much. But with that chaos comes infinite potential, of course, always. Remember that. However, it feels like that was a very battering experience for you. And I feel like this person's assumption that you would wait and put yourself through that further until they were ready is what makes this person regret most. It's what they regret most, is what I mean, right? Thinking that you'll just keep waiting for them, and when they finally decided they were ready, that's when they'll make a move towards you, and then it'll all work out. But that wasn't the case. I feel like you took that pain for as long as you could take it, and then I feel like you let go of it because it was too much. Like you're supposed to, of course. That's what was supposed to happen. You're supposed to take that pain to then actually let go at a certain point. It's very important step, because you have to break yourself down so that you can build yourself back up strong. I know no one ever wants to like admit these things, but that's just how it works, everyone. Like you have to break down before you have a breakthrough. That's just life. So can I get their biggest regrets, their person's biggest regrets for a Gemini? I don't know what I want. Yeah, their biggest regret is to pretend like they didn't. I do feel they wanted this. Yeah. As above, so very strong spiritual connection here. 10th house. A lot of these, this person may have been another connection, or I feel like they may have focused on their career. I don't know what I want. Not right now. They knew what they wanted, but they pretended like they didn't know what they wanted, and they kept telling themselves, "Not right now. They'll be there when I'm ready." Yeah, they were just scared to face this. I think they were scared to face their childhood trauma. Yin and yang. What does that mean? Yin and yang, please. Let's make some fireworks interesting. Kind of like that two of pentacles right there, right? Like, should I or shouldn't I? Right? A sacral chakra. Yeah, very strong. This person's attraction to you was absurd. Yeah. I just saw 1313 on the camera, by the way. I do feel with the as above, so below energy. Very strong spiritual connection, but this person, they didn't want to accept that there was a lot more going on here. They didn't want to. They didn't want to come out of their comfort zone, right? 10th house energy, what does that mean? So this person has very strong traditions, customs, and belief systems that they weren't willing to let go of to take the new ones, right? So they were trying to fantasize a lot, but it's 100 faces. I want to make sure I touch on that one. So this person, they have belief systems, right? How they think the world works, how they think things, or how they thought things. It's kind of like maybe they went to church or something. Stuff like that. And I feel like they were now starting to have their eyes open to more, to the real, actually, right? To what's real, not what's what's make believe or what you thought, right? And they weren't willing to let go of that at first, and that's something that they regret, because, well, they feel like they would have come to the conclusion that they should make a move towards you sooner or be with you sooner, and come clean about stuff as well. It's like they pretended like they didn't want this, but they just were convincing themselves that they weren't ready. That's true though. But I feel like it's like they could have handled it better, right? And they could have did things better. That's always the case, right? That's hindsight. To fixate on that, it's not going to do you any favors. Heal from this experience so you can release the pain. But that's it. That's what I got for you, Gemini. It's very interesting. They've been crazy, actually. They're so focused. The Patreons, or if you're watching this on Moments, it's so focused. Compared to like the public readings that I do. Anyway, I want to thank you all for tuning in. Take care. Bye, Gemini. Hi, Cancer. Welcome to Honest of Tarot. So today we're going to be doing what does your person regret most about you and the connection. So you're my fourth reading. They've been very interesting. They're so much more focused than the public one. So if this doesn't resonate, do check the other placements. I recommend the Venus specifically. But yes, let's see. What does Cancer's person regret most about Cancer? What does Cancer's person regret most about Cancer? Let's see. What does Cancer's person regret most? So we have listening. They feel like they didn't listen to their heart. Sorry, I just got these. I don't know where to put them. Put them here for now, I guess. I think that's okay. That's not bad. Okay, we're gonna put them there for now. We have listening. We have focus. And fulfillment. So this person's biggest regret is to not listen to their heart. There's also this feeling here as well of knowing it's like knowing that they were so close to having it all and now they don't have it. And now it's like I'm seeing it like slip through their fingers, but it's like it's kind of like finding something very valuable and then you don't recognize it's valuable. Finding something that is worth billions and then you just throw it away or you're just careless with it or you forget about it and you just let it. I don't know, this is something like of carelessness of it's like there's this feeling here as well with that focus about not putting more attention in but also not looking at you closer. And it's kind of like I don't know how to explain this. It's like this person looked you over. No, overlooked you. Yeah, overlooked you. And it was like you were everything that they wanted. You're everything that they dreamt of. You're everything that that they've been waiting for, right? And then they just like I feel like I'm gonna be honest with you. What I'm seeing is like this person looked at you and just rolled their eyes and looked at something else. That's what it feels like to me. I'm not saying they literally did that, but that's the illustration I'm getting from my guide. You're just like, yeah, I bet they're not all that. It's just some kind of dismissive energy. Isn't that crazy? But that's what I'm getting. Let's see what's behind here. High Priestess of Water. They really wish they followed their heart, and I do feel that strongly. So let's see. Oops. So Spirit, can you tell me a Cancer energy? Cancer energy. So what does Cancer's person regret most about Cancer? What is that listening all about? Okay, we have the. Yeah, they didn't want to listen to that heart. That's for sure. Yeah, for real. We have the Nine of Wands and then the Star. That Hierophant energy. I do feel with that Nine of Wands. So you are different than this person's usual type for one. Two, the Nine of Wands energy here. It's you see that wand. It's like they're holding on to something that they went through that made them lose hope in love or hope in commitments, hope in I don't know, wishing. It's kind of like I'm gonna give you what I'm seeing as the example. It's like I feel like this person would look at someone, not pay attention to the details, and think that they're a lot better of a fit than they really were, and they would have these really high hopes that would never meet expectations. Right? I don't know. Wait, what is that? What is that though? Hold on. I wanna know the word for that. I can't ask my guide. He does not. English is not his first language. Everyone, my guide is Pleiadean. I don't know what the word is, but it's just like really unrealistic energy coming through. And they looked at you and thought that you were very much like the experiences that they already had, where you look good, but in reality, there was probably a lot they weren't seeing. I feel like this person has not gonna say a big picture thinking, but I don't think that they pay attention to details, and they don't see. It's like maybe I don't like. I'm not gonna say they look for the good in all. I feel like this person doesn't. It's I don't know how to explain this. It's like I feel like they have like rose colored glasses maybe on, right? Or it's like a glazed over lens. That's what it feels like to me. Let's see. So Spirit, can I get what deck do you want to use? Okay. He's saying this one. What is Cancer's person's biggest regret when it comes to Cancer? What is that listening all about for Cancer's person's biggest regret? We have West, completion, pressure, transformation. Bottom's going to be a fire, ignition. So their biggest regret is to not it's to not make a move towards you. You know, with that pressure energy here as well. You know, pressure is kind of reminding you of like how diamonds are made. You may have been a diamond in the rough, or it's like I feel like they didn't create anything with you. I don't think this person did anything. I don't think they made moves towards you, and it's kind of where it's landing, right? You know, it's like things have never really hit completion. In fact, it's like they almost like they've never started. With that number 4 here linked to you know, structure, authority, discipline. I feel like this person, I feel like they wanted too much control, right? As well. With that pressure though, it's like there is this feeling here of I want to say that they may have run from it, or like try to avoid the pressures of the connection. You know, like life is not full of like nothing but good things. We all know that. We all understand that. We all get that. It feels like there was this energy. Like they may run from high pressure situations. What's the high pressure? It's 26. Is that what it's saying? Let's break down to an 8. 8 are all about abundance. Interesting. I'm gonna leave it like that. Okay. So let's see. Can I get that focus for Cancer? That focus for Cancer. What is Cancer's person's biggest regret? We have the Ten of Swords. We have the King of Wands, and then the Knight of Pentacles. All right. So this person was very focused on all the reasons why they shouldn't pursue this. With that King of Wands energy here as well, they were very focused on the fact that they kind of wanted things to be easy. So this person has gone through some painful experiences, but everybody can say this, right? But this person has gone through some painful experiences, and they were looking for an easy way the rest of the way as well. And when we do this, that's when things get real bad, right? Because it's not that, you know, our entire life has to be terrible, right? You know, or like go through tumultuous experiences. I'm not gonna say terrible, it's not the right word, but you know, hardship. But the beginning stages definitely needs to be, right? That's how we gain consciousness, right? And then we slowly start to heal, we start to evolve, we start to better ourselves, and bam, right? Real nice. However, it feels like this person had been through according to them, one too many bad experiences. And they kind of wanted everything to be easy with them having to put very little effort in. It feels like that actually played a role in your connection, because what has happened here is this person didn't put much effort into this connection whatsoever. I don't think that they stepped up in any kind of way, and it's something that they really do regret, because this person's also, and there's also a feeling here of focusing on someone that is perfect rather than, you know, accepting people with their flaws and all, right? Can I get that focus energy for their biggest regret? Endless possibilities. Ooh. We have a roots of abundance and tender embrace, and then exposed and revealed. I do feel this person has had situations where they've realized who they were with after the fact, and it's because of that lesson. Like, pay attention. I don't know what lesson that is. Like, it's just trust yourself, I guess. It's really hard to know what that lesson is, but they wanted to traverse this uncharted sea with you, but they feel like it's like the uncharted sea is like, it looks so treacherous, right? And they didn't want to do that again. I do feel that exposed and revealed, they were waiting for you to kind of expose I guess the bad parts of yourself. They may have also picked at that as well. I'm not gonna say like to your face, but they may have looked at reasons why they shouldn't be pursuing this. This is not the first time this message has come through. So do check the rest of your chart out. But with that exposed and that revealed energy, what this is telling me here is that this person, it's like they've gotten fooled before, and they thought you would be no different. You thought that you would hurt them like they've been hurt before, because they thought they found the one. I feel like many times. I'm not joking about that. And it's like, okay, alrighty, all right. Let's see. Fulfillment for what is this person's biggest regret? Ace of Swords. To not see it. That's what I said earlier, though. And not manifest it. Wow. And the Moon, and be too scared to pursue it when they had it. Yeah. This person's biggest regret is to not see that you were their fulfillment soon enough. So that they can and then be able to manifest it. It's like they didn't want to see that you were their fulfillment. They didn't want to. They wanted to be willfully blind. I also feel as well with that Moon energy, they let their fears control them, because that's why they weren't making moves towards you. They've been hurt before, and they were scared about getting hurt again. They were scared about if you have to go down the same road to learn that same lesson again, then that's what has to happen, right? You know, that we have our lessons that we have to learn here. That's just is, right? And I know I was like, I'm tired of learning these lessons. Then do the work. Then you heal yourself, and then you won't keep learning the same ones. All right, you know, you'll actually be making meaningful progress forward. right? It's the reason why people repeatedly face the same lesson, because you won't heal from it. So you have to, your energy is giving off that vibration. Teach me to love myself, right? Teach me to listen to my intuition, right? Teach me to pay attention to red flags. I don't know, right? It's just one of those things, right? It's like, I feel like this person here kept getting these lessons over and over again, and these painful experiences over and over again, and it's like they got really sick of it. But they weren't understanding that the reason why they were experiencing those lessons is because they had to heal themselves and figure out why they were experiencing that. You're not going through this. Like, not everybody has the same experiences. And the people, and when you do have experiences, why did you go through that? That's a question you have to ask yourself. Why did I go through that? What could I gain from this? What could I learn from that experience? Right? What messages did I get, or what intuitions did I get that I ignored, right? These are the kind of things that we all have to ask ourselves, because that is how we can heal, but also how we can learn, and really make sure that we don't have another one experience like that again, right? It's just one of those lessons. That's karma, right? And this person got really frustrated with the fact that they kept being taught the same lesson over and over again. Let's see, let's grab this one. Let's get fulfillment for Cancer person's biggest regret. Fulfillment, please. The initiation, the crossing. They didn't initiate, yeah. The rising above the fray. And that inspiration, they really wish they followed their inspiration to you, but they didn't want to. I feel as well they wanted to initiate and create bigger, better progress here, but they couldn't. With that eye of the eagle rising above the fray, what this tells me here is this person, they knew you were different. They knew it, but they just chose not to see it. And that's something that they really do regret. So let's see. Let's get some channel messages. What does Cancer's person regret most? The Page of Cups. I'm scared to face you. I feel like this person was scared to face a whole lot of stuff. Yeah, fear got them good. There's someone else. This is actually that message here about this. Some means there could be a third party, but what this is telling me here for all of you is that this person thought that there could be someone better, and it's because they've gotten fooled once too many times before, right? We have the 7th house, yeah. Their biggest regret is to not make some kind of partnership with you, because there was 2 of Cups. There was mutuality here, a lot of mutuality, a lot of balance between you and this person as well. Can I get that Page of Cups? What's that Page of Cups all about for Cancer's person's biggest regret? Solar plexus chakra. They let their ego and that trigger center control them from making moves towards you. There's someone else. What do you want? There's that High Priestess energy. I do feel this person may have thought that you had someone else, especially if you played it really cool with them at first, as well, or you tried to temper down your emotions. I know that this world tells you a whole bunch of bullshit, that you shouldn't do this, or you should do this, or this is how you keep someone, and this is why they run from you. If you're a really intense person and you're a really emotional person, I obviously balance up, right? You'll, as long as you're healing, you'll become balanced. So always be yourself regardless, right? But if you're like a really intense person, or you're someone who's very loving, very emotional, and it's with balance, of course, always. But but this world teaches you, oh, you shouldn't do that right away, or there's some kind of I feel like you may have actually played it really cool with this person, and they may have assumed that you had someone else, and that's why you were so I'm not gonna say resistant, tempered with them, right? And they may have gotten the wrong impression. All right, some of you, they may have given you the impression as well. That may have been something you were both putting or pushing on each other, right? So if you just being yourself, because you're afraid that they will just reject you, which is nonsense. Who the hell cares if they reject you? You be yourself. The fact, the more authentic you are, the faster you make your way to people who are for you. And you, of course, you're going to probably face a lot of rejection, right? From people who don't like that. People who are not interested in you. And that's fine. You're not for everyone. But you need to learn to be yourself regardless, right? And I feel like, I don't know who did it, but I feel like I think it was you played it cool with them, and that made them feel like there was someone else for you. And I feel like it may have gone both ways, right? The 7th house, I'm afraid to look back. Again, there's that fear coming through again. That's what I was talking about right here. Interesting, huh? And then we have samesies. I'm sorry, yeah. We have shadow. and light and union with self. This person needs to heal themselves. I have bad role models, childhood experiences coming through, and I did what you asked me to. Some of you may have told this person to walk away or something like that. Others, I feel like this person, they're always doing and being what other people want them to be. And that's something that they have to work on. So that's what I got for you, Cancer. I hope that was helpful. Thank you so much for tuning in, and take care. Bye, Cancer. Hi, Leo. Welcome to Honest of Tarot. So today we're going to be doing what is your person's biggest regret about you and the connection. So please don't forget to watch that moon and that Venus. All right. So let's see. What is Leo's person's biggest regret? What is Leo's person's biggest regret about Leo and the connection? Let's see. We have smoke and mirrors. Well, the first time I've got that message, great big love. Okay, and then we have a deep breath. So we have the royal you. So this person's biggest regret is to not treat you the way that you deserve to be treated, but more than that, with that smoke and mirrors here, they were not honest about a lot of things. It feels like as well. There's also an assumption that there will be a lot of pain in this connection between you and them, which always plays a role. And this is something that you hear me talk about, the universal law of interconnectedness. We're connected to every conversation we have with someone. You know, either it's opening up possibilities, or it's closing them off, or it's limiting them, or it's creating a very specific outcome, right? And this is something that we struggle with a lot. And it's that your very first things that you told this person, and vice versa, affected the outcome, and why there's so much regret here, and why was so much pain here, right? And it feels like that's that assumption that things would end badly really played an integral role in what part of some of them that they showed you, and how they went about things as well. I hope that makes sense. Like, this is someone where it's like, when you're assuming it's going to end, or you're assuming you're going to get hurt in the end, you're going to be all closed off, scared, and reluctant, right? And sure, maybe you'll get hurt, right? But that played a role in why things are where they are, and how things played out between you and them. That assumption that there was going to be pain actually brought out a lot of bad experiences, and actually perpetuated very specific outcomes, right? You know, I guess increase the chances of that as well, right? You know, it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. I do feel this person has a really big love for you, and their biggest regret is to not show you that, and not give that to you, and not prove, I feel, is a good word, when it comes to your roots of abundance. They wanted to really plant some roots here, but they didn't. So let's get some tarot. So Spriggly, tell me, what is that smoke and mirror? I am feeling for sure this person wasn't honest about things with you. They weren't honest. Maybe the deceptions. Some of these could be gaslighting. With a 10 of Cups. Interesting. I see. Wow. Okay, so this person, I don't know if they could have been married before. They may have had not a good childhood, but there's an assumption here that your connection would be like what they've always experienced. Like it never works out. So they actually have a very pessimistic view when it comes to family and connections, Leo. They don't believe that family is worth it, or connections are worth it, or that there's that happy life that you can have together is real, right? And on some level, that's not necessarily wrong, right? You know, a love that we have for one another always has some what is the word? Like, there's always a downside, right? To love of one another. Not saying it's not worth it, obviously, but you get what I'm saying, right? It's like it always has like hardship and stuff. There's always going to be like, it's never going to be like smooth sailing, right? There's always going to be a storm. Not always, but there's always will be. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's always going to be ups and downs, not like horrible roller coaster. That's not good, but you get where I'm going with that. And this person, I feel like they've experienced a lot of the downs, and they made an assumption that your connection would be no different than all of those, and those connections that they had, where there was nothing but downs, a lot more downs than ups, and a really, really, really low downs, and very little small ups as well. Okay, and that's what they assumed. And their biggest regret is making that coming to that conclusion even before they met you. And it's something that they're very sad about. They had no hope. When they met you, they had absolutely no hope that things could work. Seven of Cups. It's like their mind was made up about these things, about these connections, about connections in general, that they just don't work. That they're bad news essentially, right? So get that smoke and mirrors for a Leo's person's biggest regret. We have children and make an effort. I am feeling from the childhood experience. This is what it feels like to me. And express your love. I do feel this person, they regret not putting in more effort, but it feels like it stems back as a childhood experience. There could have been kids involved as well, right? They may have actually been divorced for some of them, especially with those Libra scales here. But I feel like it has to do with their childhood experience as well. It doesn't feel like it's just one. It feels like it's many. Like this person's love has not been easy for this person, and they assumed that you would be no different. And that the love that they had for you would make it even harder because they had so much love for you. And I feel like the love that they had for you it came very early on as well. Can I get that great big love for Leo? Great big love for Leo. What is this person's biggest regret? We have the Knight of Wands, the King of Wands upright, the Six of Cups, and then they came out with the King of Swords. I'm gonna put it right there. So this person that you have, I have the Tower reverse, but we're not going to take that too many cards, but it's like this person gave up on this connection really fast. There was a lot of living in the past energy and experiencing what they had, and like I feel like rehashing their past as well, right? I don't think that they ever healed from it, but they also never gained the clarity on why that has had to happen, right? This is something that people struggle with, because it's like the constructs that we have on this planet tells us that love should be easy peasy, lemon squeezy. You just, all you gotta do is have a good heart, be a good person, you're gonna get all these good things to happen to you, right? But we don't come here to settle down, right? We come here to heal, to evolve, and raise our consciousness. We can get love too, but that's just important that we understand that, right? We don't, that settling down is like something that has to be manifested, and it's also not an easy process, right? And I feel like this, that construct that it should be. If you do all the right things, or you say all the right things, or you're the right type of person, it should be easy peasy lemon squeezy. This person, it's like they try to do the right thing, they tried to be the right person, and they were never able to get what they wanted from connections. So they always make these assumptions that that's always going to be the case now. And it's like, I feel like they always thought something wrong with them. It's sorry, your person is very self-focused. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm just gonna be real. Like I told you, I can see them. It's like they're very self-focused. But with that death here, and then it was, they gave up on your connection like that. I feel like they gave up real quick. I feel like they gave up before they even met you. Let's get some more. Can I get that great big love, please, for Leo? We have Knights. Jesus. We have Magnet. They feel like they attract backstabbers and people that are gonna like break their heart and cut them out. I'm sorry, it's funny. And we have Repairman. It's like they feel they attract broken people. I'm sorry, this is funny. Okay, this person you got, they're quite the hoot. However, they think that they attract bad people, like bad, like the sheep, like bad. That's what they feel like they attract. What's behind here? Broken. Yep, it's like they attract people with broken hearts, and it's like they feel like the only people that want them are broken people as well. Oh my god, sorry, this is funny. The reason why they attract broken people, why? Do you know why? Trick question, right? Because they're broken. Of course they attract broken people. You attract who and what you are, not what you want. Period. That's just how life is. This is a matrix, everyone, right? We're built to grow, to heal, to evolve here, right? And we can have love too. There's nothing wrong with that. However, it's like you want love, you're gonna have to go through a whole lot of healing to get the kind of love you're looking for. And the world tells us it should be like that. You should just find someone like that, marry someone like that. Right? You just be the right person and bam, you have that love. That's bullshit. It's not real. And that construct is such a difficult construct to overcome. So this person's attracted a lot of bad people trying to be the right person. And now they feel that that's all they can attract. And it's like they become very jaded. They become very bitter, right? And it's It's interesting, right? I feel like they assumed that you were just as broken and you would stab them in the back, or definitely during their sleep, like all the rest. And it feels, I'm not joking about that. Like, I don't, what kind of experience this person's had is crazy. I know, it's just, it feels like they've had some very toxic experiences. And they thought that you would be just as toxic. That's why they always assume love is going to be heartbreak, because it's always been heartbreak. But that's actually the real. That's like, that's more on the that's more like real love though, right? It's full of heartbreak until you heal yourself, and then you become whole, right? And you can attract better caliber of people, right? You attract who and what you are, not what you want. It feels like this person's assumption that there would be pain isn't terribly far off, but their inability to recognize that they have to fix themselves to get better was something that they were missing. And it feels to me that this person's always had really bad connections because they won't heal themselves. They're always doing all that fixer-upper work on everyone else and everything else. And that's why it's such an important thing to focus on ourselves instead of that smoke and mirror, right? Deep breath. We have the Seven of Swords, yeah. They've gotten cheated on. They're heartbroken so many times before. So many, yeah. I feel like this person has nothing but fears to do with love as well. With that Page of Pentacles, they have a type. I don't know who this, I don't know what kind of person this is. I'm seeing like ones with knives, definitely backstabbers, people that are on the more toxic side, I feel, right? This person has a type, and that type is it's the type that breaks their heart. And that's that lesson, right? You have to learn that lesson. It's so important. And I feel like they may actually be attracted to someone like their mom or their dad, just something like that. Can I get a deep breath, please, for Leo? Person biggest regret. We have Horseman, Herald of Change, and a Divine Feminine, the womb, yeah. Lost compass, getting back to integrity. This person, their biggest regret is to not make a move in this connection, and also understand that you are kind of heralding in a brand new change for them and a new way of being for them. And that's something that they just dismissed you. I feel like this person just lumped you in with all those other heartbreakers, and it's just that assumption, right? And it's when you go, all of us have had that construct though. When you're a child, I'm going to meet someone, it's going to be so quick, to be so easy. And then you start to understand that that's not life. We've all been there. That life, to get love, the love that we seek, the ones that have the ability to gain consciousness, us to get that kind of love requires an uphill battle. It requires an uphill battle. And we have to really work hard to become whole so that we can actually have a whole person. We cannot, you will always attract a broken person if you're broken. And that's just life. That's literally life, and you're meant to bring in a whole brand new change for this person. And that assumption that you were just like the rest is something that they regret. They regret assuming that you're like exactly what they've had their entire life. I hope that makes sense. I hope that does. It is what it is. It's funny. But that's that construct. It's a hard one. I'm trying to figure out how I should articulate that better for the public readings, but I'm having a really difficult time, right? Because it's like we can have love. We can't have it, but we don't come here for that. So no path will just lead us to love, right? It doesn't lead us to that person that we're supposed to spend their life with. We have to manifest that. And that's what I feel people struggle with, right? Because all of our paths lead us to our soul mission. Because that's why we're here, to heal, right? To better ourselves. But paths don't lead us to love. We have to manifest that. And we all know that, right? You have to manifest that love if you want that love. And that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. That's why you have the ability to manifest. However, we don't come down here to do that, to settle down. We have to actually literally create that path. And that's fine. But that path requires an uphill battle, right? I've lost everything, yeah. I do feel this person has lost hope. I get jealous easily. Interesting. They attract jealous people, arrogant people. It's just what they do. What goes around comes around. Yeah, this person's they've had more karmic connections than they care to admit. And that's crazy, right? I've lost everything. I wish I made better choices. So they pick wrong people. Yeah, I'm sorry, it's funny. But that's the truth, by the way. I get jealous easily. We have the 7th house. They attract horrible karmic partners left and right. I mean, this person, I feel like they've had a karmic their entire life. And that's interesting. That's an interesting, like, that's an interesting life one lives, right? I'm sorry. What does that mean for their biggest regret? Fear. They're sorry for letting their fears and assumptions that you were going to break their heart, control, and dictate their choices. And they really wish they made you an offer. Everyone has an opinion. This is the Hierophant energy. They also became very fearful about other people's opinion of them. They also may have trouble being themselves as well. That's not the first time I've gotten that message, but it feels like that. Financial constraints, and then the second house, self-esteem. Yeah. I also feel as well this person is they're looking for love, like they want love, but they always they have a habit of picking karmics. It's just funny, and they assume that you were just like one of those, right? So that's all I got for you, Leo. I hope that was helpful. And again, remember, we don't come here for love, but you can manifest that, right? You can. There's nothing be. We can manifest everything, and understand that you're gonna have to manifest that, right? So that's what I mean by we don't come here for that. It has to be manifested. Like literally, like nothing's gonna push you there unless you push yourself there, and find that. And that's okay. Nothing wrong with that, right? Just remember that though. You're gonna have to manifest that. And that is by actually becoming more whole every time you meet someone new. All right. So that's what I got for you, Leo. I hope that was helpful. Take care. Bye, Leo. Hi, Virgo. Whew. Sorry, it's like sage. Today we're gonna be doing what does your person regret most about you and the connection. So I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for purchasing my Patreon. Also, the readings have been oddly specific. If it doesn't resonate, check your moon and your Venus, okay? So what does Virgo's person regret most about Virgo and the connection? We have uncharted seas, bearing fruits. Okay, so this person set off and they're like set sails towards something that didn't bear any fruit. We have a grand symphony. I do feel this person is also starting to recognize the folly in that, but it's more than that. With that merry motive here, I feel like they also may not have believed you, and also they question your motives when it came to them. But I feel this person went off in a new direction, went towards something that they thought would bear fruit. It's kind of like I would describe this as you being like it's kind of like what is that called? Pilgrims? Is it pilgrims? Where they settled on new land? It's like this person was trying to go towards something they've never gone before. It didn't bear fruit, but it didn't bear as much as they wanted it to, or it doesn't compare to what they had with you. It feels like it's a combo, kind of, if I'm being honest. With that grand symphony, it's almost like this was, I'm not gonna say it's just my luck kind of expression, but it's kind of like what I had coming to me kind of expression. This person feels like what they're experiencing right now is justified because of the choices that they've made, right? And with that merry motive here, I do feel this person regrets they regret not questioning your motives. It's just interesting. I'm looking at this right here. It's like those I don't know what those things are called. It's like they hold like laundry and stuff. I feel like this person you know where it's being highlighted? It's like it's clipped. It's like when you actually hang laundry up to dry, don't you? I do feel this person thought you were gonna hang them up to dry, and they thought that you would just, I don't know what is the word, burn them or something, or hurt them. It's kind of been actually, this is not the first time I've got this message. Do check out the rest of your placements if you are interested. But it's not the first time I've got that message where this person felt like you would have hung them out to dry, and they really did question whether or not you had a really valid, is it valid the right word, genuine feelings for them. So let's see, can I get that uncharted sea spirit? No, this card's uncharted sea, please, for what does Virgo's person regret most about Virgo? Uncharted sea. Let's see, for Virgo. Okay, we have the Six of Pentacles. I feel like they went towards something else. They gave a lot of energy to. They set themselves free. I don't know what this is. It could be work, life, love related. It's hard to really say. I does feel like this person didn't want to get held back by this connection, and they felt this pull to explore more. There is this feeling here where they weren't ready for something this serious, which is true. However, it's that feeling of wanting to know what else is out there. is what really got this person to set sail, right? To move in a new direction and to risk, right, this connection. And there is no such thing as the wrong path, right? All paths lead us to the right one. And I feel like this did lead this person to some kind of success. I don't know what that means though, but it did lead them to success. But I don't feel like this person did what they did for that success per se. I feel like they did what they did because they were worried that you would hurt them. So can I get Uncharted C for what Virgo's person regrets most? Okay, we have lasso, yeah, vomit, and then we have gift. Bottom's we're gonna have elves. I do feel, those elves kind of remind you of the gnomes, right? That are at the front of people's houses. That's kind of what I normally see. But with that lasso energy, they would have felt tied down by this connection. And it would have kept this person from moving forward. I do feel that vomit energy here. It kind of reminds you of seasickness, especially with that Uncharted Sea here. But it's like they feel like this experience would be worth it. I don't actually think it wasn't. But however, it's like you can have all the success you want, but if you're lonely, you're lonely, right? And that's kind of where it's landing right now. So can I get that bearing fruit? What is that bearing fruit all about? I just saw 444 on the camera. Bearing fruit for Virgo. Okay, we have the Page of Cups. Two more for what their person regrets most. We have the Seven of Pentacles. Whatever they went towards Virgo, they got something from it. I don't know what this is, but it's left them lacking regardless. But this person, it's that, you can have success, you can have, I don't know, recognition, yada, 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 right? But if you don't have anyone to share it with, that's kind of where this person is landing. It's like there's a piece that's missing, right? It's like they have a big piece of the pie, and they feel like they may have found their purpose as well, or found that calling, or found what feels right for them. However, it's like they did this out of sacrifice. They sacrificed one of the areas of their life, and this is something that all of us have to. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it like that. It's like they sacrifice an area of their life. Let's see what that means. Bearing fruit for Virgo. Let's see, bearing fruit for Virgo. Expansion, yeah, and then we have yeah. Desert. So this person, they have expansion. They have a lot of prosperity coming in. They've had a lot of success, a lot of growth, right? However, it's been quite lonely of a journey, and that is what this is landing at, right? I do feel with that change, that wind, this person has got the change that they sought, right? They were able to focus on that. A lot of things have shifted for this person, but there is this aching feeling of loneliness. There's this aching feeling of I'm wondering what's left out there, but wondering what. And it's feels like it's with you though, right? Because that is the focus though of the reading, right? What do they regret most about you? I feel like it's you that this person's missing. It feels like it's you. It's like they have all this success, all this prosperity, all these good things happening, and it's not enough. It's not enough for them. They want more. I feel like this person wants love. I don't think they want to be by themselves. It's like they had that expansion and that was necessary, but it's like they're lonely without it, and that's where they're landing right now. It's like they're lonely without having you right now. So let's see. Let's get some more. Can I get that Mary motive? What is that Mary motive? They didn't trust your motives when you were in this person's life, Virgo. They did not trust them. Yeah, it didn't make sense why you had so much love for them. Like it just didn't add up. Like, it's just like this person thought that you were going to cause another very brutal ending between them, or sorry, in life, right? And they didn't get why you were manifesting them and why you put so much focus on them. And there's also this feeling here where you may have held them back from their manifestation, and that's not wrong. There's only so. It's funny. I woke up today. That was what came to my mind. There's only so many hours in the day. Like it's not. I know that the regular world, right? The sleeper people, they're always saying you can have it all, and that's true. But you can't have it all to the degree that you may want it. If you are incorporating different things. So like, let's say you want to live in your North Node. You want to help this world. If you were to have a family, you would actually be sacrificing some people that you would be able to help if you didn't have a family, right? It's that message where, yeah, you can have it all. However, you are going to be sacrificing the other two areas, or the progress that you can make, especially when it comes to your career. And I do mean like career, like life purpose career, right? You're going to sacrifice some of that, or some of the people that you could help otherwise. And I feel like this person, that you would actually hold them back from that, of being able to focus on that. And they also didn't understand why you had so much love for them, and why you were so, I feel like, why you were so interested in them as well. It's like it doesn't add up, right? And I feel like this person had distrust when it came to you. And with the Knight of Pentacles energy, they weren't where they needed to be when it came to their career. And they did not want this connection until they actually hit that career point. And now that they have hit that career point, they're now thinking about love. And I feel like they're also thinking about the people that they've had to kind of pass up, or let go, release, in order for them to get to this point of success that they've gotten to. And they're considering whether or not they should change that, and whether or not they should focus more on this, or their career, or focus on this connection. And that's something that this person is considering right now. But they're not wrong. You could not make as much progress if you have more things to juggle. That's just a fact. And it's actually what I woke up this morning thinking, because that's actually true. A lot of it's very difficult, right? It's kind of where I've always landed, to not have a commitment, not have a family, because I need to help as many billions of people as I possibly can. I'm supposed to help the world, actually. My life purpose is to help the world, but not everyone's life purpose is that one. I don't know how I got. I mean, actually, I do know how I got stuck with that one. I just have that many lifetimes, but that's where it's landing right now. And it's not that everyone's gonna save the world or something. It's just, but this person is not entirely wrong with the fact that it would have held them back. It's not you per se. It's love in general. But now they're thinking, well, all the things I've had to. I'm not gonna say sacrifice, but yeah, sacrifice, right? To get to where they are. It's like, it's not that it wasn't worth it, but they're now left with an emptiness, right? So where you have obstacles, yeah. Let's see, one more for what they regret: a fortune's wheel, luck and right timing. And then we have spiritual narcolepsy. So this person, they needed direction. They needed to focus on themselves. They need to know where they were going and their purpose. They also were empty, and that's something that they did want to I feel like to just kind of spit out, right? This person felt like it wasn't the right time. They did not trust your motives, though. Believe that one. With that obstacles energy, and I also feel as well, this person felt like this connection would have, it would have brought them down. I don't know if that's necessarily true, but we only have so many hours in the day, right? And that's true. We can only put so much time in to our stuff if we have so many things that we have to juggle. Like me having pets and stuff, I know that takes some time from some of the work I do. And I was like, ooh, I felt that. I felt that little shift in me. I'm not saying that you can't have community and stuff like that. Of course you can, but let's be real. It's this person wanted to focus on that, and it's that sacrifice. It's that bittersweet taste, because they got the success, it feels, or they are on their way to success, but they're lonely now. And that's exactly where this person's landing. They regret that things are the way they are between you two, Virgo. However, they don't wholeheartedly regret what they've gained from the path that they've taken. So this is different than the other piles. Actually, the other readings. It's like all the people were regretting what they got. Your person does not regret what they got. However, they do feel empty without you in their life, right? Knight of Wands, I'm focused on me right now. I do feel that they were very focused on themselves. There is a regret about having to do that, but it was necessary. And that's kind of where it's landing. Think before you act. Yeah, I love you, and I'm getting back on my feet. I do feel with that Nine of Wands, Nine of Swords energy that's coming out, that doubt. I do feel this person, they've always doubted whether or not you deserve someone better than them, and they didn't. I feel like that played a role. I do feel like this person thinks a lot, right? They're always thinking before they act, and all of us need to stop thinking, right? Just follow that inspiration. This person's gotten back on their feet. I feel like they may not have been in a good place financially. That's what it feels like to me financially. With that I love you energy, there is love here, but they've had to focus on another area of their life, and it's like they couldn't focus on this one. And that is true. I know that that's like a little annoying, but the truth is there really is only so many hours in the day. We only can do so much, and it's, you know, you still need time to reflect. You still need time to focus on your healing. You still need time to decompress, right? You know, we need those times. So it's not wrong that this person did that. And it's, if you see it wrong, then that's a problem you have to look at when it comes to yourself, because that's just the truth. All of us have to have that time. And it's, this person couldn't juggle both. They may not have handled the ending well. That is what it is, right? That's life. But they are not, it's not the most, it's like if they didn't get success, they probably will be real regretful. But it feels like they found some, and that's kind of where they're landing right now. I'm Knight of Wands. I'm focused on me right now. Sword, yeah, it came out reversed for a reason. I feel like this person, oh, the Ace of Swords came out twice. This person, they wanted to talk, but they didn't know what they wanted, right? I think before you act, what does that mean? For talking, I see. You're always on this person's mind, and that's something that they want to tell you. But there is this feeling here of always filtering out what they said to you. I don't think that you ever got to know this person for who they actually are. I love you. What does that mean? This came out reversed, so we'll see. Make you jealous. Interesting. I feel like this person, you know, they wanted to make you proud of them. I'm getting back on my feet. What does that mean? Let's make some fireworks. Yeah. They made me do it. I do feel this person may have traditions, customs, or belief systems that were programmed in them that made them choose this path, but they're not entirely regretful about this. However, they're regretful of the fact that your connection is where it's at because of that, of those choices that they've made. And it is what it is. I do feel like this person wants to make a move towards you, Virgo. This one feels different than the other signs as well. So I hope that helped, Virgo. Thank you so much for tuning in, and take care. Bye, Virgo. Hi, Libra. Welcome to Honest of Tarot. So today we're going to be doing, what does your person regret most about you and your connection? So I feel like you're like my 7th reading. They've been very interesting, oddly specific. If you are not resonating with this, please check out your Venus and your Moon. All right. See, Virgo, Jesus, I just did it. Libra energy. So what does Libra's person regret most about Libra's person regret most? We have a time machine. Wish upon a star. Okay, so this person definitely feels like you met them too late. In their, it's almost like they've had a lot of bad experiences that's really set this person up to believe, or not believe actually, in love. I do feel with that wish upon a star, you're everything this person wanted, but it feels like it came too late with that time machine. With that burst of magic here, this is kind of like that. It's like that story that I feel people tell themselves, right? I can't do it. I've been through too many bad experiences. Like, you can do whatever you set your mind to, no matter what. And when you think you can't, that's your ego telling you, trying to survive, right? And it's such it's something that I see a lot of people struggling with, right? Struggling with their power, struggling with their abilities. Like, you know, you are limitless. It's not like a little, that's not like a little, oh, some of us are, or only the lucky ones are. No, it's everything in life is work. It's hard work. And this person convinced themselves that because they went through all this bad experiences, that they were damaged goods, and that they weren't good enough, and that they weren't ready for this. And they, you know, it's just, it's that feeling of like, you know, a wish came true too late, and it's not true. But people tell, that's the ego telling you nonsense, and all of us come down here to heal that ego, to better ourselves. And it's so sad when you see this. It is what it is, right? Let's see. It's what's behind here. Oh, roots of abundance and opening to discovery. Yeah, it's like you came too late for this person. Let's see. Let's get some tarot. So what does Virgo? Why do I keep saying Virgo? Oh my god. I'm sorry, Libra. I don't know why I keep saying Virgo. Um, I don't know why. It's not. So, what does Libra's person regret most? This is, by the way, if you were to check Virgo's reading out, it's way different. Like, Virgo's reading was crazy. This is way different than Virgo's reading. So just keep that in mind. I know sometimes people get all, they get all worried or something. It's like, no, the reading's fine. My guide knows what's up. So, you don't have to worry, Libra. Time machine for what this person, yeah. It's like you came too late with that fulfillment. It makes this person very sad. It does feel like they wanted someone like you for a really long time. It's like they when they started off at the younger ages or young, you know, first started dating. This person had a lot of love to give, and they also knew exactly what they wanted. They wanted love, but they had a lot of, I'm gonna say, failures, a lot of unsuccessful connections that were not meant to happen. Like, they're not meant to work out. I'm sorry, but like, why do people struggle with that one? It's such a, I know people struggle with that one. I have love and compassion, understanding for that. But it's like these, you know, you don't want those to work out if they're not supposed to. Like, I mean, maybe I just instantly gravitate towards like pulling the silver lining. I don't know, but I would be like, yes, thank y'all that didn't work out. Luckily, I'm free of that, right? I don't know, but not everyone does that. But I feel like this person's like they met you too goddamn late, and they were damaged through their experience. And can we heal from the things that we go through? Of course we can. In fact, we're supposed to. That's why we went through it. My message to you, Libra, is that this person was trying to use the excuse that they went through too many bad things before they met you to be able to go after you. This is a lie. This is the ego. This is the logical mind. They could have easily healed. Healing's actually a piece of cake. Like, it's all you do is when you're triggered, you focus healing energy right on that trigger that you are experiencing, and bam, all right? It may come back, by the way, but you know, it will come back softer and softer, so it's gone, right? Depends how good you are at channeling healing energy. But that's how it works. It's so easy to heal. And this person's telling us, oh, I can't, I think I met them too late. I met them, I went through too many bad experiences. They're everything I wanted, but they came to like, oh my God, like, it's just, okay. Okay, all right, right? You know, it's just like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do about this? And I feel like this person convinced themselves. That's why the logical, practical mind, it's such a bad guide. The only thing that we should follow is our innermost knowing. And this person's innermost knowing was saying, hey, we gotta heal, and we're gonna be aces. Did they heal? No, of course not, right? They do regret that. And they regret telling themselves this, right? Because we have to have that burst of magic here. It's like, bam! They're now starting to see. I feel like this person's had some kind of an awakening, or maybe even some access to some of their creator energy. But we'll see. We'll see when we get there. What do you want to pull for that one, Spirit? Okay, you're seeing this one. So can I get Time Machine for Libra? What does Libra's person regret most? And again, this is a Libra reading. All right. Let's see. We have a whale song resonating, and we have gathering around, power, community, and gestation period. So you were everything this person's dreamed of, Winter's dream, right? But you came too late. This person wasn't willing to surrender their pain in order for them to get that dream thing that they dreamed of. I know that this sounds like it's crazy, but we do this a lot, everyone, where we're holding on to pain when we could just surrender that pain and get amazing things. But all too often, people keep holding on to pain, even though it's keeping them from the very amazing thing. And it's such a such a painful thing. This person wanted to have that movement towards adventure, but they had to transmuting pain. That's what it felt like to me. Ah, my God. You know, so they can get to that heart home, that compassion, and they didn't. It's sad, but it is what it is. I see this all the time. Wish upon a star. Wish upon a star, please. For Libra. What does Libra's person regret most? It's like they met you too late. Yep, 10 of Wands. It's like they were It's like they had so much baggage, so much burden, so many hardships that they've gone through, right? And it's like they wish that they could just go after this connection. They wish that they could just go all in, but this person couldn't. It's like, or at least they tell themselves they couldn't, right? With that Seven of Pentacles, it's almost like this person, they feel like they didn't have anything to invest in this connection. You know, all their I don't know, lofty dreams, or you know, hope died. That's what it feels like. Can I get wish upon a star for Libra? Okay, we have two. We have voice, yeah. Oh, speaking your world, and then we have a south adventure. Bottom's gonna be rain. A rain here. This person wanted things to be cleansed, like they used to cleanse themselves. I also feel as well this person like cry me a river kind of thing, right? This is someone where they really, it's like they lost their voice. I feel like they also lost their confidence. The more painful experiences that they went through that they didn't heal, the more it weighed on them. And that's why healing is so important. And that's why they actually, this has happened to them, because this person had been pushing and kicking their healing down the road and just trying to suppress it, sweeping it under the rug. And then eventually it blew up in their face when they couldn't go after the very thing that they really wished for. You're everything this person wished for, but they couldn't chase after you. They couldn't go after you because, well, they didn't heal. And that is, it leaves such a sour taste in this person's mouth, like a sour taste as well. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Can I get a burst of magic, please? A burst of magic for what this person regrets most, what Libra's person regrets most. We have the Devil, the Sun reverse, and then the Six of Wands reverse, and then we have the Moon upright. What this tells me here, this person's had a lot of epiphanies. With that Devil energy, it's like, you know, the Devil is the chains that bind us, right, to our past in this case. With that Sun energy, they were more attached to their depression, pity party, poor me, right, energy, rather than actually healing themselves and freeing themselves of that and going after what they really wanted. Does that make sense? I know that sounds like it's crazy. Like, who would do that? But this happens all the time. I see people holding on to pain left and right, rather than letting go of that pain and then going after what they really want. It's such this is something that won't stop happening. I'm honestly shocked that people don't think that they're doing it, but it is what it is. Like, that's why I'm here. I'm here to help you out, right? I'm here to help you out, to help you see that. But it's such a it's people holding on to pain. I'm like, oh my god. In my private readings, I got that. I mean, I have people for my private readings. I don't do them often, by the way, but I have people in my private readings asking, like, I'm trying to heal and do that. I'm like, oh, let me let go of your pain. Of course, I'm gonna let go of that. No, I have to let go of that. Do I really? I was like, oh my god. Oh my, like, yes. I'm like, what do you think? You have to transmute the pain. Actually, that's how you are able to, you know, it's the pain is actually your gateway to your, actually more of your magic, and it's more of your it brings your it broadens your awareness and stuff. Oh yes, of course you have to. But I mean, on some level they know that, but the pain convinces you that it's like you want that company, or you want that with you, or what will you have without it. We've all been there. I remember when I started doing my healing, I felt absolutely empty, and you will feel empty. But that's the point. Then you have to learn to fill yourself up, right? Can I get that burst of magic for what Libra's person regrets most? I just saw 111 on the camera. That's all about a new beginning. They do want one. A burst of magic for what Libra's person regrets most. Thief. River. Angsty teen. Yeah. So this person, they used to be the kind of person that would go after love hardcore. And really go after, didn't let anything hold them back. And life has taught them that it's like full of adversity. But that's always been the case. Like, I said this in Leo's reading, I'm going to say it in yours. And I don't mean that you can't have love, but none of us come here to settle down. So if you want love like this, you're going to have to work at it. Like, I'm not joking about that as well. Like, I'm for real. I'm be for real. You have to work towards finding love. And it's an uphill battle. And it's, you know, the paths that, you know, normally bring us to our soul mission, right? They don't bring you to love. You have to manifest that, and that's okay. But it has to be like you literally have to be proactive and manifest it. What we have here is someone who used to manifest love, got hurt a bunch of times because, well, they had to so that they can learn these lessons, and then started not healing from that. So guess what happened? They started not believing in love. That's on them. We had the island here. They started to like really not want to let people in. And that's them because they never digested and healed. Like it's like you, the whole point of like you finding, you know, going out and finding love is to actually become whole. You want a better caliber of person, you have to be a better caliber of person. You know, you attract and are attracted to who and what you are, not what you want. And that's why the path to finding romantic love or even like, you know, soul tribe is so difficult, because you have to become what you're looking for. You cannot attract what you're not, and that's why, you know, it's so important that there's a step-by-step process, you know, to finding, you know, love, and that actually includes a bunch of tumultuous experiences. We have the fourth house. Yeah, I am seeing this person regretting not committing to you, but there's also healing issues to do with the childhood experience. Yep, they made me do it. I'm seeing like 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups energy here. I'm gonna leave it like that. I feel like this person never healed from that. They did self-sabotage. You are always on this person's mind. I do feel like they really regret not convincing themselves that they couldn't pursue this. Yeah, I doubt too much. Yeah. But it feels like to me, this is my very own deck, everyone. I do feel this person convinced themselves that they couldn't do this, convinced themselves that they couldn't commit, or they weren't ready, yada yada yada, right? They made me do it. What does that mean? What does that mean, please, for what this person regrets most? I want you. They didn't go after what they wanted. They went after what, well, other people wanted them to go after. I feel like this person wasn't ready though. I feel like they also convinced themselves that the people that they dated before made them sabotage and sacrifice your connection because they hurt them. That needed to happen. But we all understand on some level that we have to go through painful experiences to grow. Like, we all know that. But when we're in the painful experience, we seem to really struggle to see that. It's we're oblivious. In fact, it's like, oh, I didn't think it would be this bad. Like, of course it was. Like, I don't know. It's just sometimes, I swear. It's just like we go through these experiences and we're just like, really not seeing things. Anyways, but we should slow down. Yeah, they do regret sabotaging your connection. This person regrets going a new path, and I feel like they rejected this connection, but I feel like they may have been indecisive, like yes, no energy in the fifth house. I do feel this person here, they really wish they expressed themselves, but they hadn't. So that's all I got for you, Libra. I hope that was helpful. And again, this is a Libra reading. Sorry about saying Virgo. Virgo's reading was way different, so you would know if you watch Virgo as well. Like, it's just way different. And thank you so much for tuning in, and take care. Bye, Libra. Hi, Scorpio. Welcome to Honest of Tarot. So today we're going to be doing what does your person regret most about you and the connection. So I do this reading on my for the public, and normally it's way different. Like, I mean, than what I've been getting. It's really specific. So if this doesn't resonate with you, you're gonna have to check your moon and your Venus. Just keep it in mind. I just have to say that. I mean, they have, all the readings have been like crazy specific. That's all I say about that. We have Unmarked Trail, Revelation. We have Repairing the Veil, Forgiveness. It feels like this person went back to someone. I don't know what that means to all of you. They went back to someone, something. It's an interesting thing about this is that we're pairing the forgiveness. This is someone who regrets not traversing your connection and exploring your connection and going for a connection. However, what I am seeing here with that repairing the veil is they went back to something. It does feel like it was maybe unresolved, but it's like that feeling like, well, maybe I can salvage that, or maybe I should salvage that. It's a sad thing, but this is something that they had to do. I know that we sometimes think we're paying the price or something. We've all been there. Trust me, we've all been there. But in reality, we come here to grow. We come here to evolve. We come here to better ourselves. And that's the point, through healing, of course. And I feel like that's where they needed to be. But they regret that that's happened. They regret that they went back to something. They regret that they I don't know, explain that. It's like I don't know. It's like it's kind of like it's broken, and it's like they're trying to fix her up. It basically. I know it does go crazy, but that's what I'm seeing. Yeah. It's interesting thing about this is they couldn't see a good thing, a great thing, an amazing thing, a perfect thing right in front of them because of that connection. And it was the obstacle. I am seeing that, by the way. I do feel that I see this person climbing though, like oh, maybe they're a rock climber, but I feel like they climbed something. And they when they reach the top, they realize nothing's there. It's kind of sad, actually. But that's life. We learn from these experiences always. It's very, and what if you cannot, and I know that this is hard as a concept. Like, don't think I don't know that. But if you can't accept that, you're gonna have so much pain. It's just you're gonna. I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to like. I don't know. Like minimize it. Like I know it's hard, but I'm telling you that because that truth is gonna help you get so much peace. It's like it's gonna bring so much light into your life as well. Just keep that in mind if you are angry. Can I get unmarked trail revelation? Because I feel like a lot of the community stokes that bitterness and anger and resentment. That's why a lot of people. I mean, my channel's pretty popular. I get a lot of views and stuff, but I don't really get a lot of subscribers because of that. Most people don't want to let go of that pain. But I feel like if you're a Patreon subscriber, you're trying at the very least. But that's why my channel has not been been growing as much as it should. But interesting. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I don't know why I just brought that up. But we have the devil. So it feels like this person. I'm not gonna say they walked away from this. You may have told them to walk away, or you may have walked away. But there is a feeling here of not really understanding that you were the grass is greener, right? And they went back to a karmic. And I am seeing that. It's kind of the theme for the Scorpio readings lately. Karmic connections. Karmic can be anything. It's very important you get that people go to their karma because that's what they're supposed to do. I mean, karma, it has to get cleared up. Like, you just have to do that. It's very frustrating, however, if you're on the receiving end, or you think you're on the receiving end, that mindset itself, or you paid the price, is part of it as well, right? You didn't really pay a price. You learned something, and vice versa. It's when you can release that pain, you're gonna have a lot of peace. But I understand if you're struggling with that, but that as long as you get, I have to stop feeling like this, or I don't want to feel like this. You're gonna be golden aces, right? But yeah, they went back to a karmic. There's this feeling here as well where they really wonder what could have happened, and they regret not knowing that. They really regret it. This person went back. They chose an awful cup. The cup was full of poison. It was nasty. And nasty water in it. It's honestly straight up poison water, right? They went back to that, and it's something that they regret. They regret having indulged that, going to that, and it's it's interesting is that regret can keep you stuck too, just as much as the anger. And all of us have to learn to let these things go. Mark Trail for what Scorpio's person regrets most. Let's see. We have focus. And then we have lust. Yeah, they went to a karmic. I feel it. Summon. I do feel here. It's interesting about this, that summon energy. It's like that manifestation, but it's about bringing something towards you. I do feel this person thought that connection there would be success there, but they found a trap. They got trapped. I'm seeing someone who literally got trapped in a karmic kind of connection. Oh wait, hold on. There's a card behind that. We have understanding. Yeah, they reached a lot of understanding about that as well. Hard truths, by the way. That's not easy. Remember that it really isn't easy, and I'm not joking. It really isn't easy when you deal with that. But it's important that you learn from those experiences. That you learn from that. That you go through that to learn from that. Yeah, that's what I meant. We have our hearing the veil. So they totally went back to a karmic. It didn't grow. It didn't evolve. It was like it was awful, if I'm being honest. Like an awful kind of feeling. Five of Swords. Oh, Oof, oof, oof. A lot of resentment. There's also a feeling here of not wanting to start over with you as well. It's like I don't know how to explain it. Like there's already history there. There's already something built there. It's like not having to start over from scratch. But interesting thing about this is they didn't understand just how bad of a connection that was, and that it would really benefit to start from scratch. I mean, not with that connection, but like just mean in general. Like to scrap up this life. Like, it's not good, right? But they didn't. They went to it. I am seeing a karmic trap. I am seeing like a lure, like luring someone kind of thing. It's not the karmic's fault. That karmic and this person is, they're both learning something from this experience. That's the point. That's why they're actually attracted to each other. Remember, we're attracted to the people that are going to teach us the most, and that's just the case. And that's why we're here to heal. I'm sorry, my dog is like licking me. Hey, baby. That Seven of Wands, they didn't want to put effort into this connection because they had something that was somewhat built. It was like a halfway built house. And that's kind of what I'm seeing. Like it's like a half. It's like some starting from scratch. They wanted to just pick up where they left off with this connection. So let's see. What is Scorpio's person's biggest regret? With that repairing the veil. We have Cauldron. Yeah, I am seeing a very toxic kind of connection here with that Cauldron. We have Weirdo as well. And then we have Gold Mine. This came out reversed. So you saw that, right? You saw it. And then we have Baby Angel. I do feel they were definitely glorifying this. They thought that there would be more in this connection that they went towards than there really was. There wasn't much there. In fact, I feel like it's almost like they mined all of the gold, and then they went back to look for more, and there was nothing left. But by then they kind of made their bed. They might as well lie in it. I do feel with that punch energy in that jail cell, they got caught in a karmic trap. Again, that's not the first time we got trapped energy. They got caught up in a straight up karmic trap, and that's what we all have to do, right? It's like I feel like they fell hard. It's like that free fall. Yeah, it's taught them a lot about themselves as well. It's beautiful. That's why we're here, is to heal, right? And I know that it's very hard sometimes for us to understand that healing requires people choosing karmic connections or things that are gonna not us. And don't think I haven't been there. I've been exactly there. But in truth, that's how it is, right? Can I get that Moon Maiden, New Beginnings? Queen of Pentacles for the biggest regret. The Moon Reverse, interesting. We have the Knight of Swords and the Tower. Their biggest regret is to not go after this opportunity with you. It's also with that Tower in its reverse. It's like they had such a great opportunity, but they didn't go after it. With that Moon as well. What this person wants to tell you is that they have that intuitive knowing and the illuminated path that was leading them towards you that they didn't walk. The Moon reverse. It actually reminds me. I don't know if I'm sure you have at some point in time where you're outside at nighttime and the moon's full and it's really bright, right? Like, it looks like, God, is the sun out? That's what the Moon reverse looks like. At least in this context, it could be like oppression and stuff like that, but it's not. This is illuminated path. It's like you can see in the night, in the dark, and this person saw that you are the person that they should be having a beginning with, but they didn't. Look at that. Oh my God. You see that? You see that? Look at this. They knew that you should be it, but they never went after it. And it's because they were living in the past, that Six of Cups, going after someone from their past. And it's such it's sad, but it's actually a good thing, right? It just is. And once you can accept things as they are, really helps you a lot of peace. But I mean, it still sucks, doesn't it? Right? On some level, we all been there. But the sooner you can remove that sucky feeling and heal from that sucky feeling, the better you're gonna be, right? But it's like that Moon is reversed, the illuminated path. It's like they saw it, and they saw it so clearly. It's like really clear. What do you want to pull, Spirit, for the? You saying this deck? Okay. So can I get that Moon Maiden, New Beginnings? For Scorpio, New Beginnings for Scorpio. Life, breath. You were where the life is. You were the new vitality as well. Music, joy, and where the fun was. And you were the person that they should have been a companion to, but they weren't. I do feel like this person, they regret not going after that new life, and then they regret trying to rebuild off of like scraps, right, of junk, right? You know, it is what it is. That's what's happened, right? Let's see. Let's get some channel messages. So, what does Scorpio's person regret most, Spirit? What does Scorpio's person regret most? They regret that, you know, they didn't go after the beautiful thing, and they also regret not treating you right. I was so wrong, yeah. I also feel as well this person regrets choosing wrong. I need time to heal myself. I do feel they may not have been healed enough, but I feel like their biggest regret is to try to heal something that they shouldn't have healed, right? And I feel like it's something that they've really discovered, right? Why journey of self discovery, beautiful. It's the most beautiful energy that we can be in. And they found themselves, and whatever, you know, trail they went towards, you know, whatever, you know, there's no such thing as the wrong path. Every single path we walk down leads us to the right one. It's sometimes it takes multiple, but we always end back or end up back at where we're supposed to be, and it's beautiful. You're too beautiful for words. What does that mean? So they knew that they should go to a different path, but they went back to the old, right? I was wrong. What does that mean? I wish I made better choices. Oh yeah, hell yeah. They wish they trust themselves at that moment, because, like I told you, the moon's reversed. They knew exactly that what they should do, that it should be you. But did this person choose you, Scorpio? We know they didn't, right? Hold on. I need to heal myself. You're always on my mind. Ooh, I'm gonna take these as well. Missed opportunity. I'll look at the moon again. You're the one I dream about. That's crazy. Yeah, that's funny. And look at what's at the bottom. I want you. I doubt too much. And then we have crown chakra. Very strong spiritual connection, but this person should have been listening to their intuition and they didn't. Right? You know, you're the one that they were dreaming about, but did they act upon that? No. No, they didn't. All right, so that's all I got for you, Scorpio. Thank you so much for tuning in, and take care. Bye, Scorpio. Oh, don't forget to watch your moon and your Venus. Bye. Hi, Sagittarius. Welcome to Honest of Tarot. So today we're going to be doing what does your person regret most? Or hello Patreon or moments, whoever gets it on the one-time purchase. But yes, I just felt for a second. I was thinking, oh wait, I feel like it was a public reading, but no, it's not. It's just a reading for you know, my supporters. Thank you so much for supporting. Let's see. Because can you tell me? That just like it really tripped me up a little bit. All right, Spirit, can you tell me what does Sagittarius' person regret most about Sagittarius? What does Sagittarius' person regret most about Sagittarius, please? Okay. What does Sagittarius' person regret most? Whale song resonating. Moon made a new beginning. And we are preparing to reveal forgiveness. It's interesting. Most of those cards came out for Scorpio's reading that I just did. With that moon mating, that new beginning, I do feel I feel like this person resisted the resonating that you and this person had. I feel like there was a very high energetic connection that you and this person shared. But they have a really good fighter energy, resistant energy. And see, like I'm gonna show what I'm saying. It's like you two could have been merging like this, like all that stuff, and they're like they just pulled their energy. I feel like this person pulled. I feel like they withheld. Is that what you say? Like I'm seeing someone who has really good composure, as well. I think they have real good composure, real good about that, by the way. However, it's like it could have been like this, but this person pulled their energy away, and it's like, you know what I mean? It's like they just kept pulling it. What they regret is that they didn't embrace this connection. They didn't actually go towards this adventure. I do feel that mood made in the new beginning. What this is telling me here, Sagittarius, is that it didn't amount to much. You did have a new beginning with this person. There was like, you know, interactions. There was excitement. There was a little adventure. But with that repairing the veil forgiveness, we gotta see what that one is. That's not a one to have as the last one, but it's gonna come together because I do it step by step. But we're gonna see it like that. I just saw 222 on the camera as well. And what that tells me here is that this person may have been out of balance. There was something that they were juggling with that. That's interesting. Oh, it's a little juicy reading we have there. Deep quiet, yeah, meditation and stillness. I feel like this person regrets thinking so much as well. Let's see. Let's get some tarot. So can I get that whale song that resonating for what Sagittarius' person regrets most about resonating? I feel like this person wasn't listening to their heart with that resonating. They weren't listening to their that feeling, right? Okay, let's get some more. Let's get some more. Let's get some more. Ooh, we have the sun. Oh yeah, and it's funny. Can I get one more? Let's see. Yep. Yeah. So I feel like you were all that in a bag of chips. Like literally, like real good chips. But did this person surrender to this connection and surrender to their feelings of resonance? No, I feel like this person has a really strong willpower as well. Like I feel like they have um they, they have a really good ability to resist a very sexy person, and that's what they did. And if it's the interesting thing about this is that this person knew that there could be a lot of happiness here, but they didn't want to let their guard down. I also feel as well this person, I feel like they actively didn't put effort in. They actively, it's like you're offering this person a beautiful Ace of Cups, and this person looked at that like, nah, right? And there's nothing you could have done to get this person to choose you, right? There's like, there's something you could have given to make this person be like, okay, I'll try it, right? And there's nothing, nor should you have to convince someone like that as well, which I feel is a lot of people's lesson, right? You shouldn't have to try to get someone to want to be with you. Either they want to be with you or you don't. But we're convinced, right, that we need to prove ourselves, and that's part of what we have to learn as individuals, right? That we don't have anything to prove. It's very difficult. That was a harder one, but that's the truth, right? And it's like I feel like this person didn't want to take your cup. It's interesting. Let's get some cards. What do you want to do? Okay, he's saying this one. Whale song resonating for what Sagittarius' person regrets most. Let's see. Stay optimistic. Interesting. Which one do you want me to take? Seeing the bottom one like that. Okay. Finance. I was gonna take this one as well. Religious factors. They were not open to this. There could be a religious factor here, but I feel like this person wanted to focus on their career rather than their love life. With that, stay optimistic as well. There is a feeling here of you brought a lot of joy and vitality into their life, but they didn't want that. And I know that sounds crazy, that people don't want to be happy. But that is so true so often, where people are holding on to things that are not happy, are not bringing them anything of value, but they won't let it go, right? It's just like, are you sure? Are you sure you want to keep that in your life? But they just keep it. And I feel like this person, I'm not going to say they kept something, but I get the feeling here this person was like, I'm not looking to be happy right now. I'm not looking to go down this rabbit hole, right? I'm looking to focus on my career. And the interesting thing about this is that the vibration that you were giving was so seductive. Like I'm shocked this person was able to resist, but that's how strong they are. Let's get some Moon Maiden energy. Moon Maiden for Sagittarius' person's biggest regret. Moon Maiden for Sagittarius' person's biggest regret. How about Sagittarius in connection? Let's see. The Seven of Cups, interesting. They did want to try this. I'm sorry, it's funny. It's like this reading is hilarious, but they wanted to try this, and it's true. Like they wanted to go for this, right? They wanted to explore this. They wanted to explore you. Yeah, sure thing. But with the Eight of Swords energy, this person, they had made. I feel like it's a promise. Or like it's kind of like I don't explain it. It's like a goal. I'm gonna give you what I'm seeing, and you're gonna have to just figure this out for yourself. But I'm like, it's like this person, like it could be like a New Year's resolution where it's like, I'm going to focus on my career, get my career in order this year, and put love to the side and not think about love and not go to love and not indulge love. I'm just going to keep it, not going to say casual, but maybe, right? But I'm going to focus all of my attention on my career. And then they met you and like, oh, shit. I mean, someone real hot, real attractive, real someone that gets me on the same frequency. But I actually made a promise that I'm gonna focus on my money, so I'm gonna do that. and they were a victim, not a victim, held hostage by their own promise, or resolution. I know it sounds strange, but that's what I got. Like, it's like, this year I'm gonna do this or something. That's actually the wording that came to my mind. But take that how that resonates. Whereas like this year, or for the time being, or until I get my career in order, I'm not gonna focus on love. There's something like that where they were held hostage by, and I feel like I'm sitting strong. Like they were like, I'm shutting down that love until I get the money in order. Woo! That's saucy, isn't it? All right. New beginnings. Moon Maiden for this person's biggest regret. Let's see. Moon Maidens. We have Breath, Life. Ooh, that came out for Scorpio as well. Joy Music came out too. That's funny. And then we have Growth, Plans. Their biggest regret is to not let the situation between you and them grow. With that joy here, and that I told you brought joy into this person's life. A lot of life as well with that breath. A lot of vitality. Like you were like, I feel like you were a breath of fresh air for this person. You're like I feel like you changed this person, like their life and stuff. It's like I'm seeing like a really big shift. Like I don't think that this person knew there was like someone like you could exist, and then they met you and they're like, oh my god, someone like that's out there, and it's just like it didn't work. It wasn't enough. Like this person, like I'm committed to this, and it's funny. I feel like this person at some point thought it may have been a test as well, right? With that repairing to get veil forgiveness. They thought it may have been a test, like to see if they were going to be, of conviction. It's interesting. Let's see this. Repairing the veil, forgiveness. For Sagittarius' person's biggest regret, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. Ooh. So their biggest regret is that they need to ask for forgiveness. There's also a feeling here as well where their biggest regret is to assume that they can put this off until they were ready to make it real. Yep, because they wanted to hit some kind of financial goal before they committed to you. And until then, they were not going to commit. And I want to emphasize this. There's nothing you could have done to get this person to pick you over their career. It's not possible. Don't even think about it. This person made up their mind and they were sticking to it. They are stubborn. They're committed as well. They're a commitment person, and they commit to whatever they've committed to, and they stick it through. And that's actually proven some healing issues, right? Because we all have to learn to not be so, I guess, attached to what we think we are, or what we think is good, or what we think is right for this world, right? This person, sure, they should have been working on their money, but should they have let that stop them from pursuing this? If their resonance told them, go for it, then guess what you do? You go for it. That's how it works. But this person didn't. And they thought, it will be there when I'm ready. It's funny. They realize that. They also feel like their biggest regret is to wait for this as well. To like put this off and focus on their money. And it doesn't feel like they've made much progress in the money department. But we'll see. Yeah, it's like they didn't want a family, settle down until they got their career in order. Yeah, it's like they didn't want to make the offer. That's what their biggest regret. And their biggest regret is they now have to ask for forgiveness and say sorry and make an apology. So let's see, repairing the veil of forgiveness for Sagittarius' person's biggest regret. Repairing the veil of forgiveness. Let's see. We have the Knights. Okay, we have Elves as well. River, yeah. And then we have Compass. Their biggest regret is to not follow their compass. That Knight is a very self-focused energy. With that Elves here, it kind of reminds me of the Seven of Cups, right? It's like, oh, like, what should I do? Follow your resonance, right? I also feel with that River here as well. Their biggest regret is to not follow the energy, not follow the flow. All right, it's like they follow, like their compass. The compass was leading them down that river, and instead it's kind of like they stole from themselves, right? And it's that thief energy. It's like they robbed themselves of something so good. And that's because they were so committed. They have to learn that lesson, not to be so committed and be more compromising and more, I'm not gonna say go with the flow, but I mean, kind of. It's like more, it's not being so rigid. And I feel like that's this person's problem. They have a rigidness to them, and they've paid, they honestly paid that price, because guess what? that rigidness got them in this situation, didn't it? Right? Let's get some channel messages. This is my very own deck, everyone. If you are interested, channel messages from Sagittarius person. We have same these 2 of Cups that came out right, the dead center as well. Very strong mutual connection. You're too beautiful for words, the 9 of Pentacles. The Sword, interesting. And then we have, I'm focused on me. I told you. That's the Knight energy. I'm focused on me. Their biggest regret is to say no and to put the brakes on this. And whether or not you put the brakes on it, I don't actually feel it may have been you. Because I'm seeing that 7 of Wands in its reverse. It's like, I don't think this person minds you coming into their life and bringing all this joy and love and, you know, oops, sorry, my cards are falling. I know. Okay, joy and love and vitality into their life, they didn't mind that, but they weren't showing up. And that they weren't, and that is what they're sorry about. And with that Sword energy, they knew they should pursue this. They knew that there will be success here. That's actually part of the problem. They were like, hell no, I'm not ready for that, right? I'm saying these. Hold on, we have these and this one. Okay, we have bending reality. There's that Magician energy. I do feel this person had a warped perception of the world with that bending reality. It's like they saw it from their lens and no one else's. We also have leap. Yeah. Their biggest regret is to not leap. And then I don't know what I want. You know, it's interesting because it's like they were committed to focusing on their finances, committed to focusing on their money, and then they met you, and it was like, all right. You're the one I dream. I'm sorry, it's funny. It's just a funny message. You're the one I dream about, and that's the truth. It's like that moon energy, and I'm focused on me right now. It's such an interesting energy, right? Is this, you know, you were the one that they dreamed about. You were like, they didn't even know someone like you existed, and then oh my god, you showed up on the doorstep, and they're like, well, I said I was gonna do that, so I'm doing that. And that's what's happened here, and that's their biggest regret. For your 3 overall, we have the 8th house. A very transformative connection. They really wish they made you an offer, and they really wish that they weren't so resistant to settling down as well. We look at that game over. It's funny. It's another Magician card. Very like this person. It's like it's. It's just such a sad kind of thing going on here. So that's what I got for you, Sagittarius. I hope that was helpful. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching my you know, for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. And don't forget to watch your moon and your Venus, and take care. Bye, Sagittarius. Hi, Capricorn. Hi, I almost like choked on my saliva. Anyway, hello, Capricorn. Today we're going to be doing what does your person regret most about you? So I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for purchasing, wherever you're purchasing it at. I do appreciate it. So what does Capricorn's person regret most about Capricorn? We have Time Machine, Body and Soul. I'm getting a strong message of this person not treating you right. There is a feeling here as well about kind of really wishing that they healed areas of themselves that I feel like they took out on you. I'm getting sorry, there's like some sage right here. Just it's like smoking. Anyway, okay, sorry about that, Capricorn. Sage is so annoying sometimes. Like, I just wish there was like an easier way to say it. Like, I just really wish that. Anyways, hello. I feel like this person really wished that they took a trip down memory lane and actually healed themselves. I feel like a lot of stuff that they went through, they projected onto you. And I feel like they played it out. Like, I don't know. It's just this feeling here of projection that's coming to my mind of like pushing things on you and maybe even vice versa. But it's like I feel like it's like you're trying to make up for something that you didn't do, and you're also trying to be something that this person thought that they needed as well. And it's just, I feel like it was a combo effect, and they are very sorry about that. I feel like this person here, they really wish that they had actually did more. There's something about inner dialogue that's coming out, right? Mental conflict that's coming out that it's because of the healing that they never did. And it's not, I know that this world, or even science, how it looks at, these things is just, oh, you have to, like, settle it or something, but that's actually just energy within your body, right? That's actually where it comes from. And you can't really let that go completely, or you can't really suppress it completely unless it's actually dealt with, right? And I feel like this person's never dealt with their past, not really. And they've always ran from it. And it's like, it feels like you may have paid the price. So let's see what that means. Let's see what that means for Capricorn. Capricorn energy in the cards. What does Capricorn's person regret most? What does Capricorn's person regret most about Capricorn and the connection? A time machine. The sun, yeah. I feel like this person, you know, there's this feeling here of kind of like of wanting you to make them feel good and make them happy. Does that make sense? It's like that. It's that feeling. I do feel like you may have given this person out of abundance, but I feel like you're also trying to be, and this person, I feel like they actually wanted that, for you to be what they wanted you to be and what they needed you to be. And as some of you, I'm getting the strong energy here of this person maybe having mama issues or something like that, or daddy issues, where it's like they wanted, it's like they were trying to, I don't know, it's like they're trying to recreate that childhood experience that they didn't get, or they're trying to like, you know, some people use relationships to make themselves feel good. This is actually most of the world, technically, where they're just always using relationships to make themselves feel good. But in reality, with that, in reality, we all have to learn to make ourselves feel good and make ourselves, you know, put ourselves in a better place. And I feel like that was something that this person had a really difficult time with. They always wanted everybody else to do what they were failing to do for themselves, and that's something that they've struggled with. So let's get some more time machine for Capricorn. Time machine for Capricorn, please. Yeah, I'm seeing mama issues, the divine feminine, and we have yeah. I don't think that they've ever. This person was looking for like a, I don't know, what is that, like Stepford wife? Does that make sense? I know it's not all these are like women, but you get what I'm saying with that, right? Where they wanted you to be that ideal, right? They were looking for a very specific type of person to be what they wanted. I feel like their mama to be, or their daddy to be, and that's what they wanted. Like they're looking for, they're looking to recreate that childhood experience that they felt that they were lacking, and that's what they've always used their relationships as, right? As like honestly, like acting out a play, recreating that childhood experience. I do feel with that, that mindful. This is someone who really regrets not thinking about how you would feel about the situation. Also surrendering that and healing that is another thing this person really wished they had done. And it's like I feel like you paid the price in that. Like it's like they were very fixated on that. I also feel as well this person pointed out why you, you know, when you weren't acting the way they wanted you to act, or being the way they wanted you to be, and you've had your own lessons to learn there with that experience. But I am seeing that where they are very, it's I don't know, you know, it's like I feel like they did not mind pointing out when you may have missed the mark. So it feels like to me, and that's part of it, and it has nothing to do with, well, you. It's everything to do with this person trying to recreate that childhood experience. Let's get that body and soul. There is a feeling here where it's like they should have did more healing, worked on their body, worked on that soul, but they didn't. The Knight of Pentacles. Yep, the Eight of Pentacles, self-development, yeah. They really wish they worked harder on their distorted masculine energies as well. You know, that can go on to this reverse is distorted masculine, right? You know, it's that energy of wanting control, not wanting to do anything as well. I feel like this person was lazy as on top of everything. Sorry. I'm sorry, this is funny. On top of everything else, they were lazy. And it's something that they really do regret, but they wanted to get the attention, and they wanted you to actually prop up their very fragile ego by bending and yielding to their will. They were also very unyielding as well. They really wish that they healed themselves, developed themselves, but there's also this feeling here with the Knight of Pentacles energy where there may have been perfectionist tendencies on this person's end. And when you missed the mark, I don't think this person had trouble pointing that out, when you may have missed the mark when it came to your what this person may have been looking for. Like, I like this, or you know, it may have been like, it may have started out like that. Well, I like when someone does this for me, or I like when someone does that for me, or my ex used to do this for me. It's stuff like that I mean, it is what it is. It's just stuff like that. Or I think women or men should do like this, right? It's just something like that. Last year, Invisible, yeah. I feel like this person, they really wish they made you safer. They also really wish that they worked on themselves with that invisible energy here. It's almost to the point where this person, I feel like they just didn't consider you, consider how you felt or what you were thinking or what you may have wanted, and also showing up for you, as well as like this person was really making sure because I feel like they may not have had a voice and when they were a child, they may not have had a say when they were a child, and now that they're an adult, they were just using it left and right. Very much distorted energies. Trying, it's almost like I almost want to say, I'm not gonna say like forcibly, but it almost feels like it's like this person. It's like if you wanted to be with them, you would have to have yielded to them, to their will, right? And that's something that you've had to learn the hard way, through this experience as well, right? It's to make sure that you have boundaries, right? Or know how to erect boundaries when needed. And let's see, let's get that rose's kiss for this person's biggest regret. That rose's kiss for this person's biggest regret for Capricorn. We have the Wheel of Fortune, the Nine of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups, yeah. Their biggest regret is to not know a beautiful thing, and a stunning thing, an amazing thing when they saw it, like a golden opportunity as well. I do feel this person, it's you were everything this person was wishing for, wanting, and their biggest regret is to not actually show that and appreciate that, but more than that, step up for you. I feel like this person, like they had a lot of bad qualities and they were lazy. It's just I'm sorry, but that's funny. They're just you have to laugh a little bit at that because it's just like on top of everything else. And it's like they were lazy too. And it's just they're so sorry about that. There's a lot of regret, a lot of remorse, a lot of shame about that as well. Because of the glory that you are, the amazing person that you are. And it's just it came, it's like it dawned on this person so late. So let's get some more. Can I get a rose's kiss for Capricorn's person's biggest regret? A rose's kiss for Capricorn's person's biggest regret. Forest, interesting. Shield, Wizard, yeah, and tears. I do feel this person really regrets not being more emotional with you, but I feel like they may have had anger with that King of Wands energy in this reverse. But I am seeing with that forest and that shield, they couldn't see the wood for the trees. They also couldn't, it's like there are many trees in the forest, right? But there's some stuff that has prosperity, some stuff that actually bears fruits, and other stuff that does not. And there is a feeling here as well with that shield is that they always have their guard up. And with that wizard energy, it's just it's almost like this person, wizards are about control, right? It could be very deceptive, but there's like this control energy coming through. I feel like this person had a it's like they had a desire to control you. It's something that they are sorry about. It actually was born of insecurity, of course, right? No one acts that way unless you have a healing issue, but it's more than that. I feel like it has to do with the childhood experiences. I think it's something to do with the mom. I feel like for most of you it's the mom, but it could be the dad, where they're trying to recreate that or get or have, it's almost like trying to feel superior. Like I feel like that they may have been it's like had a mom that didn't let them have a voice, and all of a sudden they found it, and now they're just like really using that voice. That's all I gotta say about that. Yeah, I had bad role models. Yeah, don't even like me. I think they really it's like they really. So there's something about the parent, the child experience that's coming through very strongly. Let's see. Everyone, the Hierophant, everyone has an opinion. I feel this person, it's their childhood was full of people who oppressed them, and now in their adult life, they oppress everyone that comes into their life now. With that, create the life that you want, and that's something that they are sorry about. This person is a control freak. I feel like they like to have things their way, right? They wanted to rewrite their history. Exactly, it's exactly it. Like they wanted. It's like I'm not going through that again. In fact, I'm gonna have all the power. I'm gonna have look at all these fives. Oh my god, oh my god, there's another five, right? We have the Five of Pentacles twice now. I do feel it was five, Five of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, Five of Swords, and the Hierophant. This person has changed big time. But they were not willing to change for a while, and that's something that they really do regret. I had bad role models. What does that mean? What does that mean, please? Think before you act. Yeah, they really wish they had thought more before they acted. Everyone has an opinion. The first house projection. That's exactly what I felt. Projection earlier. Rewriting the history. We have the fifth house. Yeah, all about that. They had a lot of drama in their childhood experience. A lot. And they wanted to I feel like they've also learned to express themselves, and now they went overboard as well. Financial constraints. This is someone who now wants to talk. There's also this feeling here about leaving you out in the cold, right? I'm afraid to look bad as the overall. This person, they were all about getting their way with that ego. I don't want to lose what I have, and that includes superiority or control. And very soon is coming out as well. I do feel this person. I feel like they could be thinking about making you some kind of offer, but it's hard to say. With this, I've lost everything. I do feel this person, if that's what hit them later, is that they did lose everything. Wow, that's crazy. So that's all I got for you, Capricorn. I hope that was helpful. Thank you so much for tuning in. This was an oddly specific message. I have been recommending everyone watch their moon and their Venus or their North Node if you are, if this doesn't resonate. All right, so take care. Bye. Hi Aquarius, welcome to Honest of Tarot. So today we're going to be doing what does your person regret most about you? Sorry, I like to sage and it's always sage everywhere. Anyway, we're gonna get 3 overall energy cards. I have been saying this for all of the readings, but if it's been oddly specific. If you are not resonating with this, please check out your moon and your Venus, okay? That you know that it's just normally it's just very, very specific. Let's see. We have the Royal You for this person's biggest regrets, Call of the Muse, and the Great Big Love. Interesting. This one also came out as well, the Tall Tale, but I'm not taking it. But we're going to take it like this, the Healing the Heart. So this person's biggest regret is to not want to give you a try and give this a try. I do feel this person is a lover, right? Another kind of person that likes that love. They definitely have a sweetness to them. Like they're a sweetheart. They have a big heart as well. It's like a big, sweet, juicy heart. That pumps lots of blood. It's true. It does. I'm seeing it. However, it feels like it's been, I'm not gonna say damaged, but it had been damaged, right? But you can heal that. And it feels like this person may have, I don't know. It's like they were telling themselves maybe they're not ready. But it feels like they were telling themselves that maybe it's not worth it, right? That going through this hardship. This is very typical. It's actually been a theme of some of the readings as well. It's a very typical thing where people, it's because of the constructs. It's because we live, I don't know, if you live in a Western country, it's like, you think love should just be this smooth sailing, easy pie kind of thing. But it's not. That's, the rest of the world knows this world is hardship, but I feel like for Western countries, we have a really difficult time with that because our countries are so stable. And it feels like, we think love should be the same as well. But in reality, that's not the case. I do feel this person thought love would be easier for them to find and it wouldn't be as hard. Like, I don't think they knew how deep love would hurt when it didn't work. And they also underestimated how much healing they had to do as well. And that's part of it. What's behind here? Yeah, the power of purpose. I do feel this person may have gone after looked for purpose instead of actually love this time. They may have been trying to do things differently, all right, than what they've always done. Let's see. We'll see. Let's get some tarot. So what does Aquarius' person regret most? What does Aquarius' person regret most, please? Let's see, what is that Royal You all about? Okay, we have the Six of Pentacles. They didn't mind. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you what I'm seeing here. I'm gonna be for real, legit for reals, right? They saw you as a golden opportunity. They didn't want to put up the boundary, and keep you from giving them energy or giving them time or giving them love. However, they had no intention on reciprocating it as well. Does that make sense? I want to make that really clear. So I want to restate that. I feel like you gave a lot. And this person loved them. I really loved it. I was like, oh, it's so good, right? They had no intention on ever committing to you or anyone, or I mean, I think it's just you, if I'm being honest, but it could be anyone too, right? They had no intention on making anything real. In fact, they were looking for their purpose. That's actually the reason why. It was having to do with you, by the way, but it was because of that purpose. They had no intention on really making anything solid with anyone, or in starting a new connection with anyone. But they didn't mind taking from you at the same time. And in fact, this person loved them. I mean, it was like real good energy. It had nothing to do with sex, by the way. It's funny, that came through for another reading as well. Where it's like I know that a lot of us think that, because we're so rooted in the physical, thinking that it's sex is the thing that you should hold out for. But it's actually sex has no one cares about sex. Only people that are in samsara do, right? What this world really runs on is energy. And your energy was literally no boundaries there. I mean, I don't think you held back one bit. In fact, I feel like this person had access to it and they gobbled it up like a hungry hippo. And you let them, right? Royal you. Let's see. A moon. Yeah. This person, their biggest regret is to hide the fact that they were not going to invest. Yep, they were. I think some use this person was probably always planning on ghosting you, if I'm being honest, or leaving you. But I feel like they were being haunted by something from their past that they never healed from, so they were never going to invest in this connection, or you. But did they stop themselves from taking all that you were offering? No. In fact, this person opened up wide, and I mean, it's like real wide too, and they just sucked it all up. And it had nothing to do with the physical body, though that may have been on the table as well, and some use literally. But it has nothing to do with the physical body, like sex. It's energy. Energy is what we all feed off of. It's what we actually use. It's very important that's understood. A lot of people struggle with that one because they think if you're abstaining from sex, you're actually, I don't know, baiting them. But I mean, sure, they may want that too, but in reality, it's all about the energy, right? It's like the main course is your energy. Dessert is your body. It's just like that's what's the sustenance is, right? Let's get that call of the muse. I feel like they were looking for something. I think purpose. Purpose is what comes to my Ace of Cups. They were looking for something new. I'm seeing like a new trying to figure out what they wanted to do and what they love, and put effort into more of a career, because this person, I feel like their career wasn't doing so well. It wasn't, they wanted to find that purpose, that meaning, that spark, right? And they wanted to back burner love, and I feel like they've always had it the opposite way, where it was love, 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 and their career was floundered. So this time they switched it. It's like they met you, and then like they were getting this pure abundance, and they're like, I'm gonna leave that door open. I feel like they left that door open as well. For as long as they let me leave that door open. Oh, you better believe that. And then on top of that, right? They're like, I'm gonna find my career. And it's just like they were taking from you, and I don't think this person minded that one bit. In fact, as long as you need, it's like that lesson about learning to put that, I don't say that boundary up, but learning to actually control that energy of flow, because you're giving out pure abundance. Your energy was like, you probably didn't even know you had that in you, and then you recognize, oh my God, I'm amazing. But it took this situation to realize that, of course, right? Whether you're grateful for that experience yet or not depends on how healed you are, of course, right? But eventually you become very grateful for this experience. But I feel like during this, horrible, may have been very, I feel like this may have hit you quite hard as well. But this person was never going to put up that boundary. They were always going to just suck up from you. And I want to make that clear. This person was always going to, I mean, it's just such an amazing feeling to just get all that from someone and not have to step up in any kind of way as well, right? Let's see, I'll call the muse. Yep, connectivity for the biggest regret. And beloved radical acceptance. Yeah. I feel like this person really wishes that they just had that beginner's mind. The beginner's mind is, when you've gone through some shit, but you're like, oh, why not? Right? Like I'm not gonna let that hold me back. But did this person let their past hold them back? Absolutely. And that was one of their biggest regrets. I also feel as well, this person, they were tired of losing, and it's like they were gonna win at all costs. And that includes if they got you, I don't know, what is that word? Like if they hurt you to do it, or if they hurt other people to do it as well. Like I feel like this person has a lot of love to give. But I feel like they were actually tapping into the dark side, or their shadow, to understand that they have shadow. That's actually how we figure it out. Like, how can you figure out you have shadow if you've never indulged it, right? I mean, that's just how life is. We have to indulge that a little bit to understand that it's there to heal it. And it feels like this person was like, I don't give a fuck who I hurt. I am going to win. And I feels like that's where it landed. I feel like this, like, I feel like in you, it feels like it's like you were on the short end of the stick here. All right, so let's see. Let's get that great big love for Aquarius. Aquarius, please. Great big love for Aquarius, for this person's biggest regret. We have the Queen of Wands, Seven of Wands, reverse, and then we have the Page of Cups. But let's give you the Moon. They wish they told you how they felt. They wish they came clean about that. With that Seven of Wands, they wish they took a stand for this love as well. But that Page of Cups in its reverse, they doubted. They also never grew past their trauma with that Page of Cups as well. They never grew past that emotional, I don't know, immaturity. And it does feel like this person has a lot of love, but I feel like that love has always overwhelmed them, especially in that energy right here. It's always overwhelmed them very quickly. And it's like, I feel like this person is always at everybody else's beck and call, always at everybody else's whim. Is that what you call it? Whim? I think so. Whim. Maybe, but you know what I'm saying, right? It's like, it's, their love has been weaponized against them, and it feels to me that that's what they did to you in a sense. Not really. I feel like this person was kind of blind to that, because that's actually how our karmic cycles work. We're blind to the structure of them until we complete them. And now that they've completed that, they see what they did to you. However, it's like when in the middle of that, they were completely blind to the fact that they were doing this to you. And they were tired of losing. They were tired of getting hurt, and they were tired of always being the one with the short end of the stick. So this time, they'll be damned if they got the short end of the stick this time, and they made sure they didn't get the short end of the stick, and you did. And that's something that they really do regret. They regret, and they have shame about as well. Let's get some more. Let's get this. Great big love, please, for Aquarius. Great big love for Aquarius, please. Differences, yeah. Okay, we have 2 summon, and we have confidence, and we have the fledgling. I do feel this person, you boosted this person's confidence as well. I also feel as well with that difference. This is that, it's actually, I feel like this person wasn't aware of their shadow, and that's actually what this has taught them, that they have shadow. Right? They probably thought, I'm a good person. Why does this always happen to me? Why can't I find someone, good? Like, I don't understand why I attract these kind of people. And when you start to ask those questions, that's when that door opens wide, because you start to actually find yourself on a path that's going to teach you why you attract certain types of people. It's like, this world is like the most amazing place ever. That's why Source created it, right? It's like literally is why Source created this world. And it's such an amazing place. And it teaches us so much about ourselves, and such a beautiful thing. Let's get some channel messages. What does this person regret most? And I feel like they opened up that path, and they found something. They found something they were not looking for. What goes around comes around. Exactly. That this person, they really regret you paying a price. And they're very sorry about that. But it's a lesson and a path that you both had to walk. I need time to heal myself. Oh, yeah. Hell yes. No. They never took that time, by the way. I love you. They regret not telling you how they feel as well. They also regret not appreciating the love that you had for them and telling you how they truly saw you. You were beautiful inside and out. They should have treated you better, and they didn't. But it was their karmic cycle that they were in. And I am seeing this person. This is a karmic cycle. We cannot see the structure of our karmic cycle until we complete them. That's just how it works. It's how actually for all cycles, but including especially karmic cycles. With that as above so below energy, what this tells me here, I feel like this person, they figured out that that there's more out there, right? They've also figured out that they have shadow to work with. They've been doing soul searching, and you've taught this person a lot as well. And they regret that it had to come to this to learn that. But that's actually the truth, though. Like, they wouldn't have been able to. No one could learn these things without going through these types of experiences. It just is, right? Now let's get these two. Leap, yeah. They regret not healing themselves and leaping, telling you that they felt the same way. And then you're too beautiful for words. Heart chakra, yeah. They have a lot of love to give as an individual. But I don't think they gave you a drop. And then we have gestation period. Interesting. They had a fear, right? They had a fear about you turning their heart on. Look at that. And I don't think this person's ever told you how they felt. This is my very own deck, everyone, by the way. So let's see. Let's get. Oh, that's it. That's it. Anyway, so thank you so much, Aquarius, for tuning in, and take care. Bye, Aquarius. Hi, Pisces. Welcome to Honest of Tarot. So today we're going to be doing what does your person regret most about you? So I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it, by the way. And yeah. Oh, also the readings have been really, really specific. So if it doesn't resonate, please check out your Moon or your Venus. Even your North Node could work as well. Depends on what you feel called to. So let's see. What does Pisces' person regret most about Pisces? We have ego sublimation. We have obstacles, and then crowd. Okay, so this person that you are tied to, what they regret most is their control freak kind of tendencies, and also this need to kind of play mind games and a lot of control. I do feel this person may actually keep a lot hidden from you as well. There's a feeling here with that vanishing mirror, that ego sublimation. They didn't want their ego to be vanished, or their ego to go away. In fact, they were very deeply rooted in the ego. I do feel that Feast of Plenty choices and their consequences, what they regret most is that they have to live with the consequences of that as well. It's like there's this really big obstacle. It's not just an obstacle, it's like this mountain, right? That's in between you and this person now. And it's because of what they've done that's actually, it's like it created it. And this person is now living, and it's like that. They thought that, I don't know, because I may call, the bee is being highlighted to me right now, right? You know, bees are symbolic for prosperity and sweet results and honey. And it's like this, oh, I know what this person's biggest regret is to have a taste of honey, know what honey tastes like, and not have it anymore. No, oh, it's juicy. No, it's real juicy. They know what honey is, and they don't have it anymore. So it's like if they didn't know what honey was, it would not be so bad. I'm sorry, this person's very self-focused as well. I'm sorry, it's funny. Oh god, that's a good one. That's real good. It's like it's if they didn't know what honey was, they're like, oh well, right? But they do know what honey is, and now they're like, oh, it's so good, and I can't have it. Like that, how is that fair? I'm sorry, this is funny. You gotta love these people. I do feel that beginner's mind here. They want a new beginning, but it feels like they didn't. Your beginning that you have with this person was not good. And that's what it feels like to me. It's like it got off from a rocky start from the get-go. So let's see. Let's put your card over here, cards over there. Let's get some tarot now. So Spirit, can you tell me, what does Pisces' person regret most about Pisces? What does Pisces' person regret most about Pisces? Vanishing Mirror. Let's see. Ace of Pentacles. So it's almost like this person didn't want to admit that you were a great offer. It's like they didn't want to admit it. And also this person here, it's like the triggers in this connection really made this person put off. It's like they really fought against it. Sorry, I just ate like a protein bar. And maybe that's why, but my throat just got a little closed up. But it just felt like it closed up for a moment. With that Six of Swords energy, they also weren't willing to let go of spats, fights, and anger and resentment and stuff like that. And I feel like it's partly to do with what they've gone through, but I feel like it has to do with the connection itself and you and the experiences that they had with you. This person's ego was bigger than most. And what does that mean? That means their ego has a lot more control over them than normal people, than the usual type of person. All of us, we are actually, the shell of us is the ego. The core of us is the soul. That the core is our true self. It's who we are at our core. It's us. The shell is the ego, and it has all the control over us until we actually start to break free. This person's ego was huge. Like when I say huge, it was real big, and it made them do things that they didn't at a soulful level want to do. And that is why, it's we have this uphill battle. We're here to actually heal the ego, or heal that, because that's the purpose, right? Through our healing, we heal our ego, and then we gain our consciousness as a byproduct. But healing's the purpose of life. This person's ego was big. It was also really like, I feel like embedded in them. It's like, all of us on some level, depends on who you are, I suppose, right? But some of us on some level understand what is our ego to what to us, right? This person couldn't make they didn't know who's who. In fact, I feel like this person was really sure that their ego was them. Let's see. Can I get that vanishing mirror? Ego elimination. I think I have a card flip. Waterfall. Ooh. We have breath. Oh, I came out. And then we have dust. This person, their biggest regret is to not take on their ego. It's to not fight that, as well. It's interesting. They gave too much life to their ego, and it had too much control over them. I do feel with that dust energy here as well. It kind of reminds me of sneezing. I know it sounds crazy, but that's what I'm seeing. Like sneezing. I feel like this person, I don't know what sneezing would be. Kind of reminds me of angels and like blessings and stuff, but no. I feel like this person pushed you away. And they came up with a million bajillion excuses why they should, but it was the ego fighting for control. And at a soulful level, this person wants you in their life. Of course they do, right? Whether it's just friends or more, who knows, right? That's yet to be determined. Nothing's set in stone. But they want you in their life, period. Soul Tribe always want you. Soul Tribe always wants you in their life, period. That's how it works. But the ego doesn't, because you are a threat to their ego. You being there threatens their ego. Because their ego is trying to survive, it's going to do whatever it needs to do to push you out. And that's what happened. Let's see. Let's get some more. Let's get the wall, the obstacles. The wall, the obstacles, please. For Pisces, this person's biggest regret. 9 of Cups, 8 of Pentacles. They didn't want to do anything to get the wish fulfillment that they had from you. They were very lazy. There's also a strong distorted energies at play here as well. How do I phrase this? This person could have been way more generous with their time, with their energy, with all, right? And they weren't. And it's because the ego was telling them that they shouldn't have to be, that they shouldn't do it, yada, yada, yada. Bullshit, basically. The ego had your person hard. And it's not, you're on the receiving end. And as long as that ego's at play, it's going to be there. It's going to be working its magic, right? But when you can have compassion and understanding for someone who is trying to fight for consciousness, who's trying to beat and take on their ego, I mean, it's important to have compassion and understanding for people, right? And I know that we've been hurt as a result of that, and we had our own lessons to do with that. But once you have moved into that state, that space of compassion, you can look at them and know that it wasn't their intention to hurt you at the core, but that ego, vicious. Honestly, this person's ego, they had a bigger ego than most. I gotta be real, right? And I get the feeling here this person's actions would have been very toxic to you, very toxic. And doesn't mean you keep them in your life or anything like that. But when you have compassion, understanding that they're just trying to find their way to back to their soul, back to source, then you can just let go of that pain and forgive and have understanding. It's very beautiful. It's like forgiveness is for your freedom, but it's up to you. I know a lot of people. I say that, but in reality, most people don't want to be free. It's just the case, by the way, and it's freedom requires you to let go of the pain. And you don't. Most people don't want to do that. So I suggest you do it, but it's up to you, right? Let's get there. Yeah, you woke the lion. I feel like the lion was that big. Was that ego? But it's also, look at that. The soul, body. It contains the ego. Body. The soul is the soul. The body's a shell. Oh my God. You see that? Oh my God. I just realized that the body is a shell. The soul is the core. Interesting. We haven't. Oh my God, this person totally wanted to embrace you. Like they wanted so much. They have such a sweet demeanor. at their core. Like, it's like very deep though. You know what I mean? It's like very real deep. You woke up their soul, and that's, you know, you woke up a piece of their conscious, a piece of them, and they've gained some a little bit of consciousness. You know, everybody is asleep, right? Everybody's in samsara, right? And the little bits of consciousness that they have, that's all that they know how to do with. You know, and consciousness is not one. You know, you're not just like it's like a light switch. You're on all of a sudden. It's little bitty pieces. It's like that. It's actually very close to this, if I'm being honest. Right? It takes hundreds and hundreds of pieces of actually probably thousands, I imagine, right? Of lessons that we have to go through before we can gain complete consciousness, right? You know, before we can start to actually tap into our soul, our authentic self. And it's like this: you've given this person a piece, and they're trying to find their way back. Oh, it's so cute. Can I get that crown game for Use the Power for this person's biggest regret? The Page of Swords. This person is full of bullshit, and they knew it. They know it. It's important that you understand. It had nothing to do with you, and this person's actions, choices, a reflection of you, or it's not. Sorry, this person's choices and actions and things that they told you were not a reflection of you in any way, shape, or form. But they're full of bullshit, and guess why? The ego, right? Doesn't mean you keep them in your life or anything like that. That's their business. They have to fix it. However, you know, when you have compassion, understanding, you are more inclined to let them, like not say be with you, but you know, have like be able to pick your brain and stuff like that, or be able to run things by you. Like that's the kind of like dynamic that we all should be striving for, because when we help each other, we help the world. It's a beautiful. That's so beautiful. It's just, you know, this, like, we're so goddamn connected, but with separation we forget. And it's like this person is part of your soul tribe. They just are. And if you can have compassion, understanding, forgiveness, then yes, good. You're but if you can't yet, that's fine. You know, it's just like, fuck you then, right? But when you finally can have compassion, understanding, you can let them in. Not fully. I would, you know, make sure you are retroactively putting up your boundaries and stuff. However, and also not expecting more from this person, because I gotta be real with you. With the ego like this can take their life to fix. It's also telling you to be mindful about the fact that this person, whatever they told you, a lot of mind games. I am seeing someone so in their ego. This is kind of crazy. If I'm not joking about that as well. Like, so much in their ego. But the love that they have for you is there. It's true. It's just not on. Wow. Let's see. What do I want to pull next? He's saying this deck. So can I get Crown Games? What is Pisces' person's biggest regret? It's like their biggest regret is like, it's like they don't even have the regret yet, I feel. Not truly, but the soul does. Right? Hope. Moon. Risk. Their biggest regret is to deny themselves this. Deny themselves this very special, beautiful connection. And not to take a risk when they have that chance. Sad, isn't it, right? But that's life, you know, and that only through these experiences do we learn that, right? You know, that's, you know, it's very important. I know that we all know on a soulful level that we have to go through the bad experiences to raise our consciousness. But when we're in the bad experience, we cannot believe it's happening to us. I mean, I'm sorry, it's funny. That's actually what I was thinking about earlier today when I woke up. So I did most of the readings yesterday and some of them today. And that's what I woke up this morning thinking. You know, when we know that, we all get that. The bad experiences are what's needed for us to grow. We all know that. But when we're in the thick of it, we're like, I don't fucking get why I have to go through this shit, right? I don't understand why this is happening to me. It's such that cheery energy. And it's just, I know that you may be in that. Right? I'm bringing that up. But the sooner you can let go of that anger, that pain, and start, you know, I'm gonna say channeling that fighter energy into a better life for you, the better you're gonna be. All right, that's all I gotta say about that. But it's just, we all know that on a soulful level, we get that. This person, biggest regrets, I feel like they really wish that they had opened up and talked to you more. Yeah, throat chakra. They really wish that they had spoke their truth to you more. The 6th house. They also wish that they put you first a little bit more as well. They feel like this person, their ego. Some of you may actually think this person's a narcissist. Their ego is a narcissist. Their soul is a pure soul, just like yours. We're all equal, by the way. All of our souls are equal. We're all from source. Each and every single one of us has source in us. That's actually where we come from. But source actually has a problem itself, which is part of the reason. Which is the reason for life. Source has a healing issue. Source has an ego, which is called God, right? And we have to go and heal our piece of source, right? And this person's ego is, I feel, has narcissistic tendencies. That's what it feels like to me. Not gonna be for all of you, but it feels like it's. I mean, I've never seen an ego this big, but I'm guessing for most of you, yeah, you probably resonate with that name, and it's because their ego has narcissistic tendencies, or you know, I mean, they have just a lot of ego. They essentially, the fact that this person has so much ego means that they have such a capacity for love as well. It's insane. Let's open up. Third eye, yeah. Very strong spiritual connection you have with this person. We should slow down, yeah. They wish that they were more authentic and told you the truth about why they couldn't do this instead of actually acting like a fool. It's not like this person acted like a fool with you, and that's what they regret. They regret not telling you how they feel. They regret letting themselves be ruled by their fear, which their ego was using, by the way. It weaponized their fear and controlled them. And I'm focused on me, all about themselves. Very narcissistic tendency here. And they are not a narcissist at their soul. Only the ego is a narcissist. Once they heal that part, and we can do everything, right? Once they heal that part, and it doesn't mean they will, though. Most people do not heal. I don't know why. It's like healing is like the most amazing thing you can do. Anyway, once they heal, they will be less of a narcissist, and then they won't be one at all eventually, right? The more that they heal their ego. But I get the feeling here this person's got straight up narcissistic tendencies. All right, so that's all I got for you, Pisces. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Take care. Bye, Pisces.